Okay. Take 2. Think it's working. Let me go and get the link for the Discord again. That was cool. Don't know what caused that. I'm gonna guess it's probably the rain. But let me grab this. What's up, Super Puncher? Yep, alright, we're working again. Good. Alright. Yeah, that was fun. Great. Not really sure what that was about. Does the live chat thing not work now? Because I had that issue in Twitch. No, my overlay. But, well, that's annoying. Anyway. I didn't do it. Dude, I thought, like, so I was about to message you and then I saw that YouTube refreshed. I thought, like, something happened maybe, like, really major at Breezeline, my ISP. Because I couldn't even get the outage thing to work, like, you know, on my phone with mobile data. So I'm like, uh-oh, their whole everything's down. But now it's working. I'm guessing the tree, because it's raining pretty hard and stuff. Maybe a tree fell on a line or something that got removed. Shadow did it. Shadow did not do it. This time.
Good girl.
My internet router's actually just a potato with a few cables jammed into it. I don't think it was just my internet this time. I'm pretty sure that was the ISP, but hey, that might not be entirely inaccurate. Hey, Deadlight. We're back. One internet... What am I doing? I don't need to reset the time. One internet disconnect or whatever that was ain't gonna stop us. That'll be the middle school track meet. Nice. I was talking about something, by the way. No idea what it was when stream died, so I suppose that conversation's lost forever. Had to be ISP side? Yeah. Which, you know, not entirely uncommon for them, but frankly, it's been pretty good for the past almost year. 8 months, really. So I won't complain. Gonna have issues. If it's only down for a couple minutes, I will live with that. How far in grind number 2? I haven't been counting kills, like, at all with this. I would guesstimate that we're maybe close to 1,100 kills. Something like that. We killed 1 diamond on the first hour before the internet went down, which I think puts us at maybe 5 total for the grind. I think I have 3 rares, too, so we've been getting some cool trophies. Not as many 3s as I would like. Any chance of an NFL draft stream? Yeah, if we were going to be here, I would. That's something I think I would like to do, is like an NFL draft reaction stream, but normally that week we're traveling. Some year it might work out that, like, we're home by the time the draft starts, but we'll be away. This guy again? Actually, no. So the first round community stuff will be Thursday, second round will be Friday, and then... Or is the second and third round is Friday? And then everything else is Saturday? Something like that. You either live the city... Wait. Live like city folk, or deal with internet struggles. Yeah, and you know, considering how relatively infrequent they are, we'll deal with the internet struggles. Deserved it for that title? Hey, no. Maybe those pheasants that I gave rabbit ears came and chomped on my internet cord. You're gunning for another pheasant great one? Yep. Trying to get a second one. And hopefully we will successfully get a second one. That's not a rooster. There we go. It's like I started the stream over in terms of my accuracy too. That was terrible. Ready for the great Jalen Milroe to be a Steeler on Thursday? I'm afraid that that's going to happen, to be honest with you. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to picking him, but not first round. The fact that you've had that happen more than once, Bottom Boy, is, you know, I guess West Virginia at its finest, but also insane to me. You gonna play the season again? Yeah, but I will say, unless, like, literally today, the update comes out adding turkeys to the game, it's gonna be a couple weeks, because I have pretty much all the videos they're going to come out while we're away done. I have one more to record tonight. And then, yeah, I think that's going to be it. So, unless that turkey video or turkey update comes out, probably going to be waiting until I get back. But I am excited for that. I think that's going to make the game really, you know, it's going to open up a lot of stuff. What's going on, Eagle? Welcome on in. That's a little more like it. Check Discord. Where am I looking? Oh, wait. You shot a turkey, right? That might have been what happened right before the, Favorite thing to hunt in real life? Whitetail deer for sure. It's the 365-day-a-year aspect of it that I really love. Like, you can run trail cameras all, you know, spring and summer, sort of watch where they go, watch them start to grow velvet, and like, you know, you get to June-ish sometime, and some of those characteristics from bucks that you know start to pop up again, like, oh, there's, you know, the bladed 9, there's those characteristic bladed main beams or whatever. That's what I love about it. And the hunting aspect is great. I enjoy that a lot, but it's the full year part that really is the reason that it's like, you know, my main thing. What's up, Aaron? Welcome on in. Favorite animal in Call of the Wild? Snow leopards, actually. The rarity of them, and the fact that, you know, you can go hours without seeing one. And when you do find one, it's a, you know, it's achievement. It's a satisfying thing. That's what I love about them. Do you hunt any birds? Other than turkeys, not really. I would be interested in going waterfowl hunting, but I don't think it's something I get into, you know, on a consistent basis. My brother-in-law does it. Someday it'll work out that he actually invites me and I can go. He's invited me before, but for one reason or another, it doesn't work out. I'd like to do it, but again, not like regularly. Make sure your gun is loaded. I think it is. We good? What's up, Krisky? How's it going, man? Am I saying your name right, by the way? That's the way I've always said it. I'm from Iceland, so I mostly hunt ptarmigan and geese. I gotcha. What kind of ptarmigan you guys got there? Shot my first note yesterday. It was also the first one I've seen, and wow, they're stunning in person. Yeah, they're really, really, really cool. Well done models. Just, it's not quite, I guess, like killing a diamond of another species, but it's up there. Like, you can spend a long time to kill just one. And I have. Many times. In person, I assume, like, seeing it on your own map as opposed to watching it on, like, say, a phone screen or whatever. What's up, farmer? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Rock ptarmigan. Okay, I got you. I only know them because of the, you know, Hunter Classic and Call of the Wild, but like him in the game, so I'd imagine I'd like him in real life. I kind of bet there's a bouncer zone somewhere here where the second rooster from that flock goes off to, but I don't feel like looking for it right now. Saw your rabbit video this morning. Gonna do that later. It was fun, man. Like, I planned to do that. Like, I was thinking, all right, like, do I want to do an Easter egg thing again for Easter? Like, what's going to be the thing we do this year? And then I thought, you know, I've never actually done, like, every rabbit species video. And I went to do that. And I thought it would be really annoying. And I will be honest, the European hair part got a little frustrating. But other than that, like, it was legit fun. Just the entire time, just blasting away. But out here killing them in real life? You know, I saw your video shooting snow leopards, so I thought I would do that, but in real life. Pretty cool animals. The season is during winter, so they're white and super hard to spot. Oh, right, yeah. Because they have, like, they're more of, like, a brown or whatever in the summer. I like that. That's a cool thing that a lot of bird species do. Welcome back, Adrian. I want to make the Rocky joke, but I will not. There's at least one rooster, but he's a mile away. somehow this time, only one. This is, again, why I think there's a bouncer zone. I've seen a real snowy on a trip to Asia, the really beautiful animals. Only time I've ever seen ones in a zoo. Very cool, but that's a different deal, you know? Game warden, why'd you just empty a 22 mag on a pheasant? Oh, you see, sir, it was charging me. I had to. I don't know how that didn't make it dead. Jeez. I guess that one's for next time. Well, Flinter did it on stream, so I thought it was okay. They change the feathers to brown when the snow disappears, and then turn white during the winter? Yeah, exactly. It's one of those, like... What the... That was strange. Anyway, one of those adaptation things that maybe start as like a bit more of a mutation, but then the ones that turn white during winter that don't, you know, stick out like a sore thumb to predators are the ones that make it through, and then there you go. Use decoys to mark your rabbit zones? That would work, yeah. Hamburger joke? I don't even remember what it was. Love to see a man start hip firing on pheasants. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Got one taxidermized at home, and it's in the middle of the switch. Oh, I see. Bottom part's brown, the top is white. That is cool. Whitetail rabbits are easier with zones. Yeah, I think there's a couple of species that I think make level 2 more for rabbits. I think antelope jackrabbit, whitetail jackrabbit kind of do. Ones where the females are 2s a lot. But where the males make diamond, I guess. Because, like, most males are 2. I thought antelope jackrabbit did pretty good for that. That's not good. Got that one, but the other one's gonna get away. Just killed a third snowy after she glitched out and ran past me and hunkered down in stalking stance. I've only ever had him do that like once or twice, but that is, you know, high time for screenshots when they start doing that. What happened in the last stream? Internet went down, I don't know. Something along those lines. There's a 3. There's a miss or 2. Same zone as the last level 3. Did I get him yet? I got him. Alright. That was terrible. It was so bad. It must have been because I was it from the dad joke book or something? Big male. Good estimate that time, so maybe it'll actually top 21 for once. Tried to do the thing with the bunnies, spent like 40 monkeys on Layton, 40 minutes, killing 6 jackrabbits, 4 does, 2 bucks, all level 1s. That was pretty much my my experience with the Euros on Quattro, so I feel you. It did let my bunny ticker go way up. I was hoping to get 50 plus, and really the reason that I did was because of the Euros, so it worked out. Yeah, what Mr. Yeast said. It was in the dad joke book? Oh, okay. Okay. Nope, small diamond again. 20.51, but that's 2 in, I don't know, the last like 3 or 4 runs. A whole toe shot there that, if it kills him, it kills him. Okay, new spot. I hear things, good. Uh-oh. I only see hens. Man. Why are my zones like this? There's one zone on my island that I just can't nail down. I doubt it, but maybe they'll be here next run. We'll give them a couple tries. Your stream reminds me of Knocked Up stream. Super chill. That guy streams classic like every day. Feel like it's been for years. Oh yeah, I've been rating him on Twitch Wednesday nights for years. I don't know how many years, but a long time. Good dude, good at classic. Like, he always does competitions and stuff. I like, you know, his style of stream too. It's not, I guess his thing is he's willing to let the in-game content be somewhat boring, meaning like, yeah, I'm hunting for a 23 plus black bear, and all these kind of decent ones, sorry, but I'm not shooting them. We're gonna try this again, and we're gonna see if there's a bigger bear at the barrel. Like, I have some level of, anxiety about doing stuff like that, like if I'm streaming and not killing anything for too long. So I respect him just being like, yep, it's either killing a big one, or we're not killing one. They were over there, of course they were. Yeah, we're just, that ain't gonna happen, we're not gonna get close enough. Alright, take 12. What map? We are on Salisbury Park. Imagine they made other players huntable for April Fools and tell nobody. Somebody would still figure it out, I think. Maybe. I know, like, anytime I'm in multiplayer and, like, a speed hacker or something runs along, I usually shoot at him. So, that could be a thing. Started watching him 2019, 2020. Sounds about right, yep. That works, Kyler. I'm fine with that. Almost clicked new game, don't do that. No good. April Fools, where you control the animals and have to evade AI hunters. So they weren't AI hunters, but Deer Hunter 4 or 5 had that, where you would play as a deer. So, like, basically staying alive for a certain amount of time. The antlers would grow, like you go from a spike to like a 4-point, whatever. And I don't know if the idea was like to... So it was supposed to be like some players were hunters and other players were deer. It was like an online thing. And I know for sure you could poop. And I don't know if, like, you know, leaving tracks essentially, or pooping in this case. I don't know if the idea was leave more tracks for the hunters to find you, and then maybe your antlers grow faster or something. I don't know why you could do that, but that was definitely a part of the game. It was kind of a neat thing. I used to play it, but I could never get anyone to play with me, so I was just a deer for a while, and then like, well, this is stupid. There we go. Hey, Soup, what's up? Exactly, no bet. That's how it would start. Hope everyone here had a good Easter. I know we did, man. Hopefully you did too. Did you check this? Yeah, where am I looking? I didn't see it, but I looked. What's up, Logan? I'm gone. Okay. Huge. Alright, let's go back the other way. Having a chill day after a busy weekend. Course is done, and so have a few weeks before the next one starts. Nice. Now is your time to get all the great ones in the game. What's up, Will? Josh in here too. Welcome on in. How many zones you set up on? I think like 14 currently. I thought I finally found a 15th one up here, and I killed a couple of roosters out of there, and now there's just all hens. So those roosters are somewhere. I just gotta go back and find them. Or maybe they'll be there this time. Keep getting warning thumps from 400 meters away on the ATV. Yeah, that's how that's gonna work. So if you get the warning thump, you can either... The way that I was doing it was I would just turn that direction and just ride till I found the tracks. Then get off. You're gonna track them away because they're gonna run pretty far because the ATV spooks them pretty much at render. But I found that better than leave the ATV and run straight to the warning thump because you can find the tracks easier. Squid's personal account. Oh, I got you. What's up, man? Welcome on in. Been trying to catch a stream for so long. I believe so. If I'm not mistaken, man, the island method for Fox, your video was the way that I learned that. So I appreciate that. What was your first great one? It was Whitetail. I believe I killed the third great one ever in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Somebody killed one live on Twitch. Maniac, by the way. Guy was, I don't even know if he was great one grinding, but like, he was in multiplayer. His map he was hosting multiplayer, I should say, and they were all like at the Runaki South outpost, just killing a bunch of whitetail over and over again, and then he got a great one to show up, and for some reason, he like shot at it on the trot and barely got it, like he liver shot it or something. Absolute legend getting the first great one like that. Somebody killed one in Chila with a bow, and then I think I got the third one. As far as I'm aware, that was the third one ever killed. I fall asleep to your videos every night? Oh, no way. I have, it's not even a Call of the Wild account, it's a Pokemon, like, challenge runner. But there's a particular YouTuber that I fall asleep to every night as well. Back to pheasants? Yeah, I'm giving pheasants another shot. I liked pheasant grinding on stream, I found it fun. I think it's because I can use the shotgun and just blast them out of the air. So when I'm not bad, which, you know, 50% of my shots, good times, 50% of the shots, it's rough. Should make a new best loadout video. I am working on that right now. Actually, before the stream, I recorded a couple of clips for that. I don't know when that's going to be out. I'm hoping Wednesday or Thursday-ish, something like that. But yeah, I've got one in the works. And I'm doing, for that video, I'm doing best loadout using all DLCs, best loadout with no DLCs, and then another one that is for, like, maps with birds. So there's sort of 3 loadouts in that, but, you know. Your videos are so relaxing, and I take so much inspiration from them for my vids. Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Just put a bunch of Pokemon stuff in the kids section at work. Like stocking shelves, kind of. Not stocking the kids. That'd be weird. Miss 100% stock. Miss 100% of the words you can't say. That too. What's up, Hunter? Possibly fractured my left foot big toe. That sucks. That makes it like really hard to walk and everything. Hopefully it's like maybe just sprained or something. That's no good. 2 days ago I got a melodic red fox. Nice. That's cool, man. They're a cool rare. I like them. Do I need to finish the missions in Layton to unlock great one? Nope. No missions at all need to be done to get any great ones. Speech 100? Yeah, that was rough. It happens that way sometimes. 303 has a special place in my heart, and I don't know why. So if you've watched any of my Hunting Unlimited videos, one of the reasons that, for me, the 303 British, just as a cartridge, is like it has a bit of a fond place in my heart too, is that game. I remember using it so much in that game. Classic has a 303 British. When they came out with the classic rifles, which is like a Lee Enfield 30-06, 303 British, Car 98, and a Mosin, I bought the 303 first for that reason. W relaxing Call of the Wild creator. I like that that's, let's call it a genre of Call of the Wild content, though. It's like just chill, relaxing content. It's probably the reason that, because I used to, back in the day when I got going with YouTube and stuff, I tried to make videos in other games, like I did some of The Forest, I did Golf with Your Friends, Golf It, Rocket League a little bit. It's hard to make any of those games relaxing, and that's probably why those didn't go as well. What's up, Gerald? 303 is a great gun in Call of the Wild. It is. Like, really underrated. I think it's because it's not, you know, a 308 AR or anything like that, but it's good. Just got into Classic. Ooh, that's good to hear, man. I always love to see, like, new people getting into Classic. I've said it so many times, too, like, I have yet to meet somebody that, like, started out in Call of the Wild, then got into Classic, and doesn't just love Classic. It's so detailed, there's so much to it, and all these years later, like, I just recorded a Classic video this morning, had a blast. Whoa, God, why? There's no good reason for that. Phew, okay. What was I reading? Just typing anything out there. I don't know why she's doing that. Oh, do you have any leucistic crocs? Or no? Yes. I think my first rare croc of any kind was leucistic. That was loud? Yeah, I noticed. So the window's open today because it's hot out. And, well, I had to close it earlier in the first stream that died, because it was raining so hard. But the rain chilled out, so I opened the window. But they're not, like, nothing even happened for her to bark at. Alright, no roosters here this time. That's slightly alarming, but I'm sure it's fine. She made my dogs go nuts. I can only imagine how many times she's done that. Time for her weekly shadow jump scare. Yeah, so I'm not going to be streaming Friday this week because we're going to be traveling. So she had to make sure she got in a real good one without Friday stream. That dude is out there. I really felt good about a lot of those shots. The rain you had came over to me. Seemed like it was moving pretty close. Like, it wasn't windy, but it went from just casually raining to pouring to not, all in a very short period of time. Just got my great one, fallow golden spoon rack. Nice, man, congrats. How many great ones? I have 8. So I have 1 for every species that has a great one. So 1 fox, 1 pheasant, 1 whitetail, etc.
Stop being crazy.
Oh, she's back?
Tell them you're sorry.
My mom got her for Easter. I'd never seen them before. It was like milk bone celebration biscuit or something. It was like a birthday cake flavored biscuit thing. She munched that whole thing earlier. Later, Squid. Catch you later. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in, by the way. Just got the chance to join in. Better luck today than a couple days ago with the diamonds. We got 2 already. So, yeah, rolling pretty good. They're not showing up in some spots, but that just seems to be what they're doing on this grind right now. And, you know, Shadow's jump scaring us. My heart rate hasn't gone back down yet. I like that here in Phoenix. That's got to be somewhat rare, right? I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but your name being Little Mirage, Phoenix, Desert, seems to make sense. Shadow makes Godzilla shiver his timbers with her bark. It's just like, if you're somewhat ready for it, like sometimes like she'll hear something and she does a little like, boof, boof. You're like, okay, she's gonna bark. When she catches you off guard, it's terrifying. Wakes you out of your sleep with that. Good luck going right back to sleep. Heart's gonna be going 200 beats per minute for the next hour. Speaking of the boofs, I just heard her do it, so just beware. The other night too, we heard coyotes howling, and I wonder how often when she just barks at nothing in the night, like she hears coyotes that we can't even hear. It's probably pretty often. She hears ghosts. Hey, that garage light was on the other day, so maybe. I have 8 so far, Noah. Just got back from school. What have I missed? Surprised you have school today. We have shot 2 diamond pheasants so far. And we're gonna go and check the spot I have found, deleted, found again, and then like set up on a new zone for pheasants. But yeah, it looks like it's all hens. So like I guess this still isn't where we need to go. It might become a bouncer zone that's worth looking at. But I guess like at the end of this run, let me put that back actually. Yeah. Let's go to these 2 spots and then run our way down at least to here, see if they're somewhere up here. They gotta be somewhere. What's up, Pandoria? Thanks for stopping in. Had school because of the hurricanes in Florida. Okay, I got you. My favorite great one, probably my moose, man. I was somewhat resigned to the fact that I was never going to get a great one moose. Like, I had a hard time grinding them. I couldn't... Most grinds I can get 30 to 60 kills an hour. Somewhere in there. Even tar, which I consider somewhat slow. Trying to think of other grind. Even fox, like I was about 30 an hour. But with, that looked mellow. It was molting, okay. With moose, I was getting like 10, 12 an hour. It was terrible. I really thought I'd never get one. So to get it, and then for it to be the combo I wanted, like, that was... It was so shocking, I couldn't even put it into words. Okay, are we just doing this every time now? Yeah, like they're way down there. Unless those are the ones that I've been missing. Let's go take a peek, see if there's some kind of pheasant zone down here. There's a fox zone. Uncle's getting a Montana elk tag. Ooh, nice. Good luck to him on that. Hopefully he can fill that. Okay, up here. Did I delete this zone by accident and they've moved down to here? Like, I just don't know what's going on anymore. Move this tent. You ever think about getting another dog? Kyla wants another dog. I personally think one's enough. For a couple of reasons. One, Shadow loves to be the center of attention. She loves to be the baby. She does okay with other dogs, but not great. So there's that side of it. But also it's just like the time and effort that goes into taking care of Shadow. I know that it's not double for another dog, because like you feed him at the same time, you might take him out at the same time and all that, but adding to it doesn't seem like something that I'm prepared for right now anyway. Whenever it drops under Jack, hopefully. Although, depending on when, I might be out of town. Okay, let's take a little stroll down to at least that far and see what we see. How do you get so much money in Call of the Wild? I just play a lot. I have 8,225 hours. I don't know how many kills at this stage. Almost 90,000? It adds up. The dad that doesn't want another dog? It's not that I wouldn't, like, you know, if we got another dog, it's not that I would be upset about it or whatever. But, you know, Shadow was a bit of a menace to get potty trained and all that. And she wants to go outside at night all the time. So I don't know. I don't think she would do good with it being like a puppy. We'd probably have to get a dog that's a year or two old, and then that's a whole thing. Because, like, I have zero fears of leaving Shadow outside by herself for like an hour to go play with a neighbor's dog or something. I know she's not going to go up, like, out the dirt road and go to the main road or anything. She just doesn't leave this property. But it's way harder to train a dog that, like, you didn't get from a puppy to do that. Dogs are better alarm system, yeah. Shadow's a great guard dog, as you guys just heard earlier. Get a big male dog, I'm sure Shadow would love that. Hey, here's where we killed the great one fox. Turkey season May 3rd this year is killing me. Did you know it was May 4th last year? Because I did some research on this. Anyway, I see tons strutting, can't walk my dog without hearing turkey gobbles. Almost feels like we're missing the Pika Spring Gobbler. I think the exact same thing, man. It's been slowly driving me nuts. Because I feel like every weekend me and my dad talk about this. Like, I know growing up, it was the middle of April. Like, the youth hunt would be first or second week of April. And then the main season would come in. So I went and looked it up. I'm like, okay, let's go state by state. Who has the latest turkey season opener? And the AI thing told me Arizona, which was the end of May. I'm like, well, or sorry, end of April. So like, well, you're not as late as us. I'm pretty sure Pennsylvania has the latest opener. So it's got to be like the amount of hunters we have. It has to be. But still, it's so late. What's Shadow doing? Laying behind my chair. Oh. That's a solo, though, I think. Too bad that's not him, because he'd be Milla. There he is. Hey, a little solo. We need that one alive. Thanks, AB. My rescue dog was a bait dog that I physically took from the house she was chained in. Was held a trainer at 4 years because she had never had that. Yeah, exactly. It's, you know, it's kind of like learning a language. Kids can learn like multiple languages. I think it's up to age 3 or 5 or something. Maybe 5. But as an adult, learning a language is really hard. Like those, whatever it is, transformative years? Or formative years, maybe it is. They make a huge difference, and it's the same with dogs. Do Whitetail have solos? Yeah. Pretty much everything. I'm trying to think, is there a species that doesn't have a solo? Maybe wildebeest? And they might. But their herds are like 30-some animals. I'm back. There was a small storm like half a mile away from me, so I went to check it out. Nothing much. Nice. Welcome back. From grade school and high school combined, JD, I took like 6 years of Spanish, and I got okay at it. Like, I think if I were to go to like Spain, I wouldn't have been like a fish out of water, but I still don't think I could understand like conversational Spanish, like at the speed that they speak it. It would need to be slowed down for me. Even with that many years of like doing well at it too. Like I always had an A in Spanish, always did good, but it's so much harder to learn it when you haven't even, you know, ever heard it till you're 14 or whatever. The rabbits that have holes don't have solos? That's true, actually. Unless, well, that's not a solo, though. I was gonna say unless you kill all but one, but at that point, that's a different thing. Well, that's a fox. It's an island fox, so I could kill it, but... Wait. Pheasant tracks? Are they here again? Oh my god. These things are the worst. I think I couldn't get a tent anywhere but up on this little rise. And I guess we'll go to this spot next time. But they're going to go away again. They always do. Maybe the goal is get them to be 2 level 1s, then never worry about them again. That's probably best case scenario. Anywho. I got you, Matt. An island fox? Did it have an umbrella drinky drink? Yeah, you didn't say? I used to be able to speak Czech, but I forgot everything over time. Yeah, it's that too. Like, if you don't, it's sort of like, what's a good example? Maybe just working out generally. It doesn't take very long, like, a couple of months of not working out, and all of a sudden, like, you're not able to deadlift as much as you could. You're not able to bench press as much as you could. Like, you have to keep using those muscles, or they just kind of reverse back. Same with language. $200-inch non-typical or world turkey slam? I'd take a 200-inch deer. I love turkey hunting. I one day would love to get, like, it doesn't have to be in the same year, just like a lifetime turkey slam for me, I'd be thrilled with. But 200-inch deer all day, for sure. Why are you going that way? You jerk. Oh, I thought we shot the tree, to be honest. How do you score a turkey? I think Boone & Crockett scores turkeys with, so it's weight in pounds, plus beard length times 2, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that's to help with, like, the, you know, it, helps balance out. Basically, an average turkey, or a really nice turkey beard might be 10 inches. And a really good turkey weight is about 20. So now your beard and your weight are about equal portions of the score. And then it's spurs combined, is that times 10? Something like that. A really big turkey, I think, with Boone & Crockett scoring is 75. My uncle has a 200-inch non-tip, but it has like 18 to 20 points and 2 drop times. Nice. It's cool to see. I score turkey with a knife and then baste and bake it in the oven. Hey, if it works, it works. How many great ones do you have? 8. Alright, whole level 1 out there. Let's just go ahead and... Nope. Get that. Nice. What's up, country boy? Diamond rate for pheasants? Right now, it's like 1 in 200. It's not good. Realistically, I need to go and spend some time, like, finding solos and maybe shooting some of them down, but just haven't messed with it. The weird thing is, too, like, I had a good diamond rate at the end of my prior grind, and I hadn't I had not shot a singular pheasant that I'm aware of in between, and now it's much slower. Crazy YouTube videos, turkeys using a bow. That's something I'd like to do too. Like, one day I'd love to kill a spring gobbler with a bow, but I gotta get, you know, somewhat consistent at killing them with a gun first. What do you think the next great one should be? I think mule deer or elk could be awesome, so either of those. I do want caribou as well. Never been turkey hunting without killing a turkey. I've also never been turkey hunting. So your success rate is sort of technically 100%. Is this Classic Hunter? Or Hunter Classic? If you could go on a hunt in real life for any type of turkey, what would it be and where? Osceola's in Florida. The reason is, I feel like that's the one that is going to be like the most annoying to get to happen or whatever. Because I feel like I could go out west and kill a Merriam. I think I could go a number of places to get a Rio. But the thing with Florida, for me, is you'd be hunting in the Everglades, probably. And it's like snakes and mosquitoes and all that kind of stuff. I'd rather not deal with that. 0 hunts, 0 kills is 0%. I mean, 0 over 0 is not even a, what's that called? Undefined, but I don't know. Could call it whatever you want. Oscillated? Eh. Be like shooting a peacock for me. Not that I wouldn't, but Osceolas are like, I guess, my preference for them. They have huge spurs, too. Flinter becomes Florida man confirmed. Maybe I'll just stay down there. GTA 6 comes out. Isn't that Florida? I think it is. What's up, Chaotic Puppet? Anything good yet? 2 diamonds so far. Favorite animal to hunt in game? Snow leopards. 57. Ah, dang. It'll happen that way, though. At least it wasn't 50.1. About a multiplayer hop, what map? How about... it's probably not a lot of Rancho servers, I was going to say that. How about Silver Ridge Peaks? Biggest deer you ever had on camera or killed? Mine... the 180s to 200s. In 2021, I shot a 180 and 6/8. There's a video of it on the channel if you want to see it. Later, Firmer. Maybe they'll actually be up in that spot this time. They won't have left. Finally shot my first deer in real life. Nice, man. Congrats. I don't know what that was. I was a little... gonna rush that shot. There's normally 2 here. There are 2 here. And now there were 2 here. Favorite animal to hunt in real life? Oh, whitetail for sure. I was saying earlier, like, the 365-day-a-year aspect of whitetail hunting. Running cameras, you know, watching them grow in velvet. Trying to identify, like, you know, which buck's which. You maybe have a certain buck that's got a... you know, a characteristic or 2, whether it's like bladed tines, split brow tines, split G2, something that like stays with them, and then like as the velvet grows and you start to see that happen, like, oh, that's him, he's still around, like, you know, #1 target buck confirmed, all that fun stuff. Then you get to actual hunting season, shed season, and it starts right back up again. Ever seen a copperhead? Not that I know of. I thought I saw one in my creek the one day, but I'm pretty sure it was a northern water snake. They unfortunately look so similar. Unless you can, like, be close enough to see their eyes. Because, like, you know how venomous snakes have, like, the slit eye thing? it's tough to identify. And if you're that close that you can tell, if it's copperhead, you're probably closer than you want to be. Yeah, Lane, we've had one going for a little while. I think so, Tyler. Seems like my ISP just had something happen on their end, but there's copperheads in PA? Yeah. Supposedly in my area of PA. But according to the property owner that I bought this place from, he had never seen one here in 50 years. If I had seen the deer you shot in 2021 walk in front of me, I'd have probably fainted. I don't know what I'd have done if I didn't have him on camera. That would be an interesting alternate reality to visit. Because, you know, I didn't bow hunt a lot here that year, because I was chasing the bladed 9 so hard at my parents. But I archery hunted here, I don't know, a dozen times or so. I was here November 3rd, the morning of it. That's my favorite day to hunt. I did see a cruising buck that day. Like, if it had been him, who knows? Like, maybe I would have fainted and fell out of the stand. But because I at least, like, sort of knew he existed, it was still full panic, don't get me wrong, but surreal is the way I've described it. Just watching him do his thing down there. The amount of times, like, I was just questioning, like, how is this happening? Is this real? And then after I got him, every possible thing that I thought could take it away, I guess, I always thought was going to happen. Like, I won't list every single thing, but one, for instance, was when I loaded him up in the back of the truck and then drove him to my parents. I'm thinking, like, somehow I'll get into a wreck and, like, you know, it'll slam the antlers into the back of the truck and they'll break, something like that. I thought when I took him to the taxidermist, like, somehow somebody would break in and steal him. Like, I was just always worried about that until he finally was put on the wall. When's the next Classic stream? If I have time, I'm going to stream Classic Wednesday night. But it'll either be like a shorter stream or something, because we're going to be leaving probably the next day. I think we better get out of the blind for this. I wish they didn't, JD, but yeah, they, I guess they're in a lot of places. Did that other rooster get by without me seeing it? Had to have. Should try doing a VR headset hunting video? Like playing that VR hunting game, you mean? New York has 3 venomous snakes? I think we have 3 as well. Copperheads, rattlesnakes, and what the heck's the third one? I can't even think of it. Oh, jeez. We don't have water moccasins here. Maybe it is only 2. I feel like we have 3, though. Noticed last night I kind of have a turkey room in my lodge. I need like 2 more than it should be finished. That'd be cool. I wish we could do, on like the really small plaques, I wish we could do the, like, just fan and beard mount, or maybe fan, beard, and spurs. It'd be neat to be able to do something like that. Oh my. Terrible shot. There was another one, I saw it. Probably long gone by now. Well, I guess we get one. That's my own doing. Favorite shotgunning classic for turkey. So I recorded that turkey hunt today, and I used the 16 gauge side-by-side. It's not like nearly the most powerful gun, but I don't know why. I love using it for turkeys. It's so much fun. Okay, let's see what's at this new spot again. What skin's on the 16 gauge? It's the, I think it's the Lunar New Year. It's not Emerald, it's Jade. Okay, those are both tiny ones. I think I'm just going to leave the spot alone because they keep moving. So I'd rather just not mess with it. Take my tent so I don't forget and accidentally go kill them, and we will pretend that spot doesn't exist. Pretty sure there's 3 types of rattlesnakes? I have no idea on that. Okay, so that worked. Minus the beaver munching on my tent. Ask him. Tracking? Now, who are you? What the? Okay, there's 2 flocks here. I gotta chill. I see. Alright, we might have actually found, by accident, one of our other flocks. That... Ugh. We should have only killed 2, so it should be fine. Everything... I don't know how consistently they'll do it. Everything flew up there? Did I even move this tent? I did, right? Wait, no, this is the north one. I haven't a clue what's going on. Never mind. Deal with that shoddy? Sometimes. Sometimes it goes really south. Where was the first one I killed? Let's get radar out. Do we have what pipes and pistols? I killed 3? Yeah. Oh, he's not a retriever anymore. Whoops. Well, tracking works too. According to Wikipedia, there are 36 species of rattlesnakes. Good lord. Oh, there's that one. Good work, fella. Alright, we got 2 more. What gun do you hunt turkeys with? I'll give you the short version of the story, because I've told the long version a couple times. So basically, I have a Mossberg 835. It's a 12-gauge pump, which is a good gun, but I can never get it to pattern right. So, I bought a TriStar Cobra 3 a couple years ago. Used that for a while. I still sort of have issues, so I'm going back to the Mossberg with a red dot, and we're going to see what that gives me. Literally, potentially tomorrow, going to be trying to pattern that and get it figured out. Masaga is a species of rattlesnake that's in Ohio. I don't know how far east their range exists. Or extends even. I haven't heard of them, but that might be a kind here that we know as rattlesnakes. Okay, so this we moved then, I think. There isn't Monday uploads? Nope. Other than when I'm out of town, so for instance, soon there will be a couple of Monday uploads. I winged that hen, so I'm going to just stop at that. Anyway, other than that, we haven't done Monday uploads pretty much ever on the channel. Not that I can think of. Personal favorite gun? 44 lever, same here. Try a Benelli's Supernova pump? Yeah, the main thing is going to be buying that. Because, if I'm not mistaken, that's definitely not a $300 shotgun. The Mossberg's not either, but the TriStar absolutely is. Which, to be fair, I like that gun. But, yeah, it just didn't quite work for what I wanted. Yeah, I did Little Mirage. It's only 500? Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. Ain't gonna have time to do that this year, but if I still can't get things figured out with that Mossberg, maybe I'll go that route. Hunting 3. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Gold hairs on Quattro. Finds a diamond boar and piebald roe deer. Nice. That ain't bad. 835 is more of a waterfowl gun. Alright, so this might be a stupid question, but I'm not a big, like, shotgun guy anyway. What aspect of it makes it a waterfowl gun? Because, like, as far as I know, 12-gauge pump with a turkey choke is, like, what makes that any less of a turkey gun? There may be something, I just don't know. FOV in Call of the Wild? I've never changed it. It's, is it under interface? Video? Yeah. It's 60 by default. Like when you first install the game. I've left it at that ever since. I don't think I've even heard of those, Dustin. I could probably go to a bigger gun store too. Like, I always go to a super small local place. Just because, like, The guy's great to deal with. When I bought my Hoyt from him, that was in 2019. It was the RX3. It was like the top of the line Hoyt bow that year. And I think retail, it was something like 1,700 bucks. I got the bow, sight, new arrows, arrow rest, peep sight put in and all that kind of stuff. All that for 1,700. I'm ready. Fly away. Alright then. When was the last rare you killed? Rare pheasant on this grind? Didn't kill any last week. Last Monday I think we killed one. Or last Friday I should have said. RX3 is still a GOAT model from Hoyt. I don't know what it is about that RX3, but I don't shoot it as well as I shoot like the Obsession bows that I've had, my Darton. Maybe it just doesn't fit me right. Maybe I don't like, you know, something about the way their let-off is versus the other bows, but yeah, I'm not as comfortable with it. I'm not saying it's a bad bow, by the way. It's just, I was surprised. When was it? A couple years ago, I shot all the bows I had just to see which one I really kind of liked the most. And I'm like, it's going to be the Hoyt. And then it wasn't. And I'm like, wow. I just expected, for the price, it's nearly twice the cost of all the other bows. I thought it was going to be far and away the best. What's up, Ryder? Good to see you, man. Got a Tommy gun MPA? Probably not super close to here because I don't know of them. Which it may just be my 835, but I can never find a turkey choke for mine. But none of my chokes for mine have ever been consistent on the pattern. Well, that does make me feel a little better because I sort of had the same issues with that gun. But, mine came with a extra full turkey choke. Now, I didn't buy it, to be fair. My dad bought it. Me and my brother each got one. I mean, we were 14-ish, something like that. So I have no idea, like, what all, you know, went into that, but probably somewhere at my dad's place there's the other chokes for it, but I've never even shot it with anything other than that extra full. When I was shooting it with the red dot, though, at least with target loads, it was doing pretty good. So that made me feel a little better. Ever shot a Bowtech? Yeah, but an old one. My brother's first bow. I don't even know the model. It was an old Bowtech. And that thing shot pretty dang well. Like, it was pretty quiet. It was pretty fast. Like, given... It was... I don't know. 15-ish years old, probably, at the time that he got it. It was pretty dang good. I went through a couple of bows before he got his dart. And that Bowtech held up pretty good. And I shot it, you know, a few times. What's your pullback weight nowadays? I'm trying to remember what I had on the Veracity. I think it's 70 pounds again. I shot 75 for a couple years, screwed up my shoulder, went down to 65. I think that's what it was. I believe I ordered my Veracity at 65, but then the arrows I had, the spine was a little bit too stiff. So I had to crank the poundage up a bit. So it might be 68, somewhere in there. What's going on, Tyler? Just finished watching another content creator's video before I realized you were live. Some of the things mentioned make sense, others just irritate me. Oh, jeez. Love how my Red Ryder is the most goat shooting accurate gun I've shot, but it misfires sometimes. Me and my brother, that was our first guns. Like, I was 7. We got Red Ryders for Christmas. I never felt that those were very accurate at all, but I was also 7. It'd be fun to go and shoot it again. Again, my mom doesn't throw anything away. It's probably in that house somewhere. Alright, let's check this bouncer zone just in case. We got hens. We got more hens. And we go to the next spot. What's up, Ashley? Just got back from an Indiana turkey hunt. Me and my brother doubled up on 2 toms in less than 30 minutes. Nice. Good deal. You don't have to, like, tell me super accurately or anything. Just north, south, east, west. What part of Indiana? Okay, this is maybe the second time there's no roosters here. That's bad. Anyway. Pheasants gonna have bouncers? Oh, yeah. I had a couple of spots that I would check with my first grind routinely, and like maybe every 3 to 4 runs there'd be a bouncer there. Not super common, but often enough. One of my bouncer zones I stopped checking because like a minimum estimate 1 bounced into it, and I was just like, ah, screw it. Like, you can stay there. I'll leave you there. Obviously, I got the bigger one, of course. Congrats. Worst Great One combo ever? That's a tough one. Let me think. What's one that I don't like? I don't really have one that immediately I'm like, oh yeah, really hated that one. I'm not a fan of mismatch racks, which a lot of people really like them. So, you know, nothing against them, I just don't care for them. So, any moose mismatch, big typical with the non-typical rack, and like, I don't know, oak, I don't like that. I know Mel got one and she's gonna be mad at me for saying that, but I just don't like it. There's nothing wrong with it, I just don't like the way it looks. Painted blade, fallow look weird? A little, I like the blade fallow rack, but I get it. Like, they don't look as regal as all the other ones, I guess. I got you, Tyler. Those Great One combos? Meaning, like, you know, with fallow deer, you can get fabled silver fur with the Irish elk rack, or you can maybe get fabled silver fur with the spoon rack. Different, or any of the other racks with that fur, or any other fur. So that's the idea of the combinations. A little gecko in my romaine. Anything with the fallow with the spoon rack? Nah, spoon rack's cool, man. I think spoon rack has a story to tell. Like, that's an old fallow buck that's still huge, but he doesn't even grow points anymore. It's just big old paddles. I'm a fan. Holy, we literally summoned Mel. You're just jealous? You're right. Starting to have a love-hate for this game. Friday I shot a mythical deer. The game says I shot it in the head. I'm like, no, I shot it in the heart. Well, where did you shoot it, though? Been away from Call the Wild for a couple years. Give me 1 second here. Already checked there, right? Getting back into it, and you inspired me to do a moose grind. Got my first diamond ever yesterday. Well, nice, congrats. Hopefully the first of many. It sounds like you're on your way with the moose grind, too. What's that? Oh, I wanted to talk about that too. So there's a dove that nests on the side of the house. We have like little outside light things. They sort of look like lanterns. And I was out there the other night. I was bringing the plants in because it was going to get too cold. And I turned the outside light on and I'm like, you know, bringing the plants in. And I come around the corner to look just to be like, is that dove in there right now? And I realized the light under the nest had come on. I would love to know what it was thinking at that time. Like, are my eggs hatching? Is it daylight, but only underneath me? If animals could talk, you know? Anything good? 2 diamonds so far. Like the 280s rack for moose. I think there's a couple that can be 280s, but I feel like I know the one you're talking about. The emphasis on grinding seems to be pushing quite heavily. Now, I get it. Like, I think Call of the Wild as a whole has moved towards grinding. Because it, for me, like, if I'm a game dev, right? And I'm trying to think, like, what is the thing that's going to keep people playing this game? I think it's become pretty clear grinding keeps people playing for a really long time. So I think that's why they've really moved more towards it than I think they used to be. And I think it makes sense, like, from their perspective. Oh. I might have been there, country boy. Would love a diamond moose for my Leighton Lakes Lodge. They look good up on that mantle if you're talking about the Leighton Trophy Cabin anyway. Good spot. Made $5 million from the Red Fox grind. Good lord. It's time to stop, I tell you what. Dead burb. And not a big one. Alright, so I still feel like there's a pheasant flock to find down here. Oh, almost missed a spot. This is the only place we've killed level 3s today. Both came from this zone. Ptarmigan, hens. I saw one in there. There was one. Well, that went well. Not a big one. We got him. I don't know how. How many pheasant zones? I think 14, something like that. Should I get the Spring Creek Manor Lodge if I already have the other one? If by other one you mean Saseka Safari, I wouldn't. I think Saseka Safari is the better lodge. It's got better lighting. Some things about Spring Creek are better, to be honest. But between the two, like if I had to just pick one favorite, it would be Saseka for sure. You spawn a super rare 6 zones from now. I'd get pretty hyped for a super rare pheasant, I ain't gonna lie. Fingers crossed. If someone was getting started today and open to buying DLC, what order would you suggest playing the maps in? That's a good question. So counting the base games, I would do Leighton first. At least till you unlock the 7 mil, because that doesn't take long. Then probably like Hirsch. I mean, part of this is because this was my experience. Medved was the first DLC map, so I'd go to like that third. From there, like you're gonna end up unlocking the 338. Once you've done that, I mean, you're good to go wherever you want. When you have the 338, Cape Buffalo, Water Buffalo, Bison, none of those are gonna be a problem. Okay, last time there were 2 flocks here, and I don't really know what that was about, but yeah, there are again too. I mean, if they want to live this way, that's fine with me. I'm gonna die this way, too. Oh, that hit my tent, but I guess 3 for 4 is not bad. Yeah, I get that, Tyler. I think, like, I don't know, some balance of the actual hunting part of a hunting game maybe would be in order, but I guess the thing about it is you can play however you want, and I think that's how AW looks at it too. But it is tough when it's like, but I also want to get great ones, but I don't want to have to grind. At some point, I guess kind of maybe even what I've done to some degree is just, grinding is a part of that side of it. Well, wondering for a while how deep to birdshot penetrate into the animal. Getting all those pellets out sounds like a pain. Depends on the range, depends on the gun, depends on the animal, frankly. Not super far usually, but like it'll get into the meat for sure. Like you shoot a rabbit, for instance, when you're rabbit hunting. If you shoot one running away and get it in the back legs, like it'll damage a little bit of meat. Not terrible, but a bit. Xbox on 96. Look at console killing it. We're only in the 80s. 86. 300 is needed next? Wait, for what? Welcome back, Adrian. Would you take Medved 338 over the Lapua? No. Anything that has follow-up shots. Bolt action, semi-automatic, whatever it is. I would definitely prefer the the ability to have follow-ups, but, you know, if you don't want to have to buy that weapon DLC, you can at least get a 338 and a really solid Class 9 option, just single shot. I'm playing Way of the Hunter more than Call of the Wild, just what I like to play more. I got you. I wish Way of the Hunter would, like, release something more interesting. I want to get back into the game, I really do, but I just haven't had that thing to get me back to it yet. What gun would you recommend for water buffalo? Out of any, like, all DLCs and stuff, 375. Again, your base game 338 is going to do fine. It's just a single shot. So a way to get your Steam account to your PS5 account. Not that I'm aware of. If you're open to buying DLC and getting started with the Hunter Power Pack, because that contains a bolt action 7mm, true. Yeah, you'd have, what's in that? Is it the bolt action 7mm, bolt action 308, and is that the one with the 338? It is, right? Do you have every 5-star in the game? All the ones I care about, mostly, other than Mouflon. I don't have, like, some rabbits. I have fox, I have golden jackal. Not honey badger, but again, like, oh jeez, I've rested the wrong time again. Mouflon is the only one that I'd maybe consider going back for, and that's kind of the thing that maybe drove me away from the game a bit. I was on Lintakoto because they have Mouflon, and I have a spot that's like, it's private land, it's good for Mouflon, and I kept on getting 4-star after 4-star in this spot. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be it. Rest, change, you know, rest to another year, dead. And it's not that they kept dying that was annoying me. It was that I'm just like, God, I'm just going to the same spot over and over again, waiting for this stupid thing to be a 5-star. Like, I want to go and explore, but I just don't feel the incentive to do it. I guess I could, right? Like, I could just go and hunt wherever. But if I also want to find 5-stars, really my best option is to be right there where I'm at. It's a struggle. What do you think the new map this summer is going to be? I'm hoping for Greenland or Arctic Alaska. One of those two, I would be thrilled. Let's just bounce over here. Pick a new map for me to play, or for me to multiplayer up. Got a pie elk from Silver Ridge Peaks. Nice. How about... you can probably find a couple Sooner Baton servers, right? How about that? Favorite game to play outside of hunting games right now? It's this game called Project Castaway. It's an early access game. To me, it's like The Forest, but without cannibals. But I've been having so much fun with it. So we're going to be traveling the end of this week. And I'm going to have my laptop, but I don't think it's going to run it very well. And I don't know if I want to play on the laptop. I know I'm going to miss it when we're away, though. Like, I've been having just a blast. I like survival games, especially with, like, crafting and stuff. And pretty much every night, like, I get done with all my videos and prep stuff I gotta do, and I try to get, like, an hour into the game. Try to watch 3 to 4 herds at once to keep myself interested, but I have so few 5-stars, it's hilarious. From what I've kind of gathered, for me, it usually takes, like, 50 to 70 hours on a map to really get it going good for 5-stars. Like, once I've, you know, really spent a bunch of time, and I'm killing those 1-star matures and all that kind of stuff, it seems to take 50 to 70 hours of, like, solid play doing that, and then the 5-stars come up. Is this game on console? It probably isn't if it's early access, but maybe? I don't know if I can look that up. I'll try. I think you'd like it. It's cool. Again, The Forest, but without cannibals. That's, I mean, even like the way you chop down trees is kind of identical, which is, I think they probably took inspiration from it. Cast away. Multiplayer. No, it's not multiplayer yet. Save 50%. Project Castaway on Steam. Is that new though? Is it on PS5? It says, as of September 2024, yes, Project Castaway is indeed coming to PS5. So maybe Xbox 2? Or Xbox One. 338 is the other one? Okay. Bad at the game again. Have you ever played 7 Days to Die? No, I think I might have it on Steam, but I never actually played it. What do you think about the TJ Watt situation? I say you pay him. Like, I don't know. I saw a thing recently. His big contract, whatever it was, 4 or 5 years ago, when he made like right about $30 million a year, it was a higher percentage of the salary cap than like say 40.5 million will be now. So his production really hasn't fallen off. I'd go for it. Similar to Green Hell? Maybe a little bit. I haven't played it a lot. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. I haven't played it. I haven't seen it a lot. That's a game I've always wanted to kind of grab too, but I just haven't done it. What's up, bunches? Well, I got my great one fallow over 2,500 kills. Congrats, man. Didn't expect a great one bird to be so liked. It's very pretty, that's why. Probably for me, because I can't put in those kinds of hours with my job, so it's still barely managed. Yeah, that makes it tough. And you can almost do multiplayer, but like anytime I play Way the Hunter multiplayer, usually it's just for memes, like drive around the UTVs and stuff. It's not like multiplayer's teaming with 5 stars. Normally, what you might find is like 1 or 2 stars with potential, and then you still gotta rest a bunch to get them to age, and like at that point I'd just rather play single player. I kind of feel it though. I have the time to put in the hours, but I barely have the patience these days because again I keep going to those same spots. Worst gun in the game? Is that a question? 470? It's not that it's bad. It does its job poorly. Like, every other Class 9 gun, maybe other than 7mm and 4570, I would prefer that over the 470. Are you going to do another Whitetail grind? Maybe. We talked about it earlier, especially if they ever gave, like, Great One Whitetails more furs, or, you know, if this pheasant grind goes well and I really catch a wild hair to do it, but from what I hear, whitetail respawns are kind of annoying, and I don't know how much I want to deal with that. Not that my pheasant respawns aren't being annoying, but, you know, you jump around, you blast them out of the air, it's a good time. Fair point, but it's not too bad. Yeah, like I said, it's not a bad gun. But I think for the price, like, it's 90,000 in-game monies. I would hope, you know, it's just a little more consistent. Or heck, I would hope it let me put a scope on it. There's a rooster. Worst guns, 300 Blackout, actually despise it. Ugliest sounded and just useless. Same with the 22-250. I actually like the sound of it. Since because I think they redid it with, the pack that brought the Quiz Reaper. It seemed like they redid the sound of the animations to me. I thought it sounded good. As far as how useful it is, it's kind of just a worse, like, what, Mosin or whatever. Dream car, I don't really have one, to be honest. Like, I'm very much a... my car is a thing, or truck in this case, is a thing to get me from A to B, not something, like, that I spend my life saving up to get, you know what I mean? Do you have every great one, not every variation with the animals? Yes, so I have one of every great one, if that's what you're asking. What map we grind a pheasants on? We are on Salswiesen Park. I like it here. The pheasant grind here is fun. What's up, Ryder? 2 diamonds so far, and an internet death, like an hour and a half ago. Are you gonna do another whitetail grind and do more of the season? So I do plan on going back to the season. I'm hoping to wait until they add turkeys. We'll see how that goes. As far as the whitetail grind thing goes, we shall see. Should I buy map DLCs before weapon packs? I might get like one solid weapon pack. The Hunter Power Pack's good. Modern Rifles is good. once you've got that, I'd say maps from there. Lost all my progress, but in the first 8 kills in the playthrough, I got a Mela Gold and a 273.4 Whitetail. That's a solid start back. Sorry to hear you lost your progress, man, but I guess, you know, good you're getting back to it, and the game's at least rewarding you a little bit. Mela Gold is cool. Thought at first it said Mela 273.4. That would have been the dream right there. Okay, I figured that had to be ahead. Let's see, we've had a few runs in a row where there's no roosters down here. How much is the season? Like $8. And bless you, I got it half off on Steam today. I bought it for $4, so, you know, I've gotten, you know, 12 times my money's worth with that game easily. I don't, that's a solo though. Who are you? Well, maybe we just have to sit here for a half an hour till they get down here? Maybe they moved? I don't know. Maybe killing them will make them come back. Have we heard anything about the 2025 map release? Not since November, anyway. Well, map we're on Salisbury Park. What's a good starter fishing rod / setup? What are you fishing for? What if I yell at you, Patrick? Is that allowed? Was that the other? Nope. We hit a hen, too. It's fine, probably. Any favorite shows right now? We've been watching, it's called American Detective, I think. Joe Kenda hosts it. We like murder mystery stuff, so normally if there's anything like that we can watch. That's usually, like, we'll sit there, eat dinner. Actually, I said earlier, Kyla made those, pigs in a blanket things for lunch. We sat and watched half an episode of that. Freshwater fish. I feel like I need more specific of a target fish, at least like a size. Like, are we looking for trout? Are we looking for bass? Even those two is probably a little different. Is orange water buffalo rare? Yep. They are indeed. I did, Logan. I'm hoping there's more than wavy ties. I'm crossing my toes. Didn't I see a second rooster land up here? Maybe I just see what I want to see. Nothing. Yeah, there was. Alright. Next time. I don't think so, Riley. That's because you're British. "15-year-old daughter's a true crime nut." I don't know what it is that's so, like... Well, I guess I do know what it is that's so interesting about it. It's mystery stuff. Is a diamond gray leg goose very rare? I've shot like 600? I guess you mean geese, right? Not diamond geese. Yeah, they're pretty darn rare. So I did my, when Revan 2 The Coast came out, I did like a single player diamond challenge. And when I did that, it took me at least 1,000 gray lags to get a diamond. Watching orange raccoon dog. I don't know if it was rare, or I didn't know it was rare until I picked it up. They're really hard to tell. I remember when I got the one, I was kind of like, that looks weird. But in the wrong lighting, or especially like in the dark or whatever, it would be very easy to miss it. So I did breed. I think it was, oh yeah, it was Friday with Mel, because how did that happen though? Oh, he just landed in my blind without being shot, and then I killed him there. So not exactly what I wanted, but I like that way too. And then I went like, oh my god, yes, and Mel thought I got a great one. Yeah. So we've had 2 flocks here the last couple times, not this time. Maybe it depends on the direction they spook in then? I don't know. Hey, Joe. It's going. We've killed 2 diamonds so far today, so Hopefully that won't be the end of it, but I guess if we only got the 2, I'd be happy enough with that. Second one had to be right in the same area. Because it was the one that looped back at us. Right our nose. Had somebody steal a diamond male against buck on me once and I didn't play for a week. That's, you know, as I call it, the wonders of multiplayer. There's, you know, potential for really cool things, and there's potential that really bad stuff happens. Wait, Hunter multiplayer is why I'll play that game. It's like a balance between this game and classic and available on console. The only thing I wish was that, I don't know, somehow it worked different with, I guess how the populations or spawns or whatever work. I see we're in a bad spot again, huh? It's gotta be the most inconsistent pheasant spot we've ever had. Oh well. Are orange springbucks rare? No. The only rare springbuck are albino. Food ingested. Nice. What'd you have? Of the rewatch the VOD, I couldn't even like give you a guesstimate as to like when in the stream it happened, but it happened. Did piebald moose hit top of the estimate? Oh jeez. I think they might. Anybody know offhand? Leftover lamb, mac and cheese. That's a good dinner right there. That's gonna be our dinner too. Leftover Easter stuff, and probably whatever's left of those little pigs in a blanket too. Little schmokies. Just bought a level 9 raccoon dog. There you go. Nice. Felt like a long loading time. Ah, I thought I was going to get that one right there, too. I was really determined to make it happen. I couldn't even talk when it was happening. They score bottom of the estimate. All right, well, there you go. Have you seen Arrow? Don't think so. Don't mind watching long-form content. That's my favorite to watch. I got you, Tyler. I do understand that. Oh, he's way... He'll get here. Sorta. Might be able to catch him. Ah, close. Put that back. And away we go. Getting McDonald's. Ooh, kind of jealous, though. Baby's been craving burgers only for a few months now. I crave burgers at all times, so. Especially deer burgers. If McDonald had deer burgers, I'd be in trouble. Are raccoon dogs real? Yeah. They're not a raccoon or a dog. They're, Mel will know. It's some kind of, like, unexpected. Like, what they're most closely related to or whatever is not what you'd expect. Is it fox? Oh, wait, that's for somebody that actually knows. Oh, a lab or something to climb a tree? Oh, like raccoon hunting. Yeah. There's like coon hounds and stuff. Oh, I can't believe we didn't hit the head. Marsupial? Wasn't that the guy that they didn't hand him the ball at the 1 yard line for the Seahawks? That was horrific. Maybe coyote? I don't think it was that. I don't know. Are piebald drake mallards common? Piebald, both drake and hen mallards are common. The only rares for mallards are melanistic. That's both. That'd be hen and drake. Leucistic is drake only, because there is no leucistic hen that I know of. Blonde, which is hen only. And I think that's it. Fox according to Google? I don't know if I got lucky or somewhat remembered that. Probably got lucky. Got any tips for great one grinding moose on medved? My grind was terrible, and I don't think I, you know, was... Where's my overlay? I just realized that. Why is it hiding? I'm on the right thing. Did stream elements crash? It just occurred to me that's not there. Do alerts work? How long has that not been there? Anywho, what was I saying? Oh, the moose thing. So my medved moose grind went terribly for a long time. And what ultimately worked for me was just forgetting about any kind of management or anything like that. I just picked my most consistent zones. And I shot every moose there, regardless of level. And I got a great one pretty quick. Overlays on vacay, I guess. I know it was there earlier. It might not have been here the entire hour and a half. I'm not sure. I just don't want alerts to not work. What's up, Kyler? Your memory for all the different Call of the Wild details is phenomenal. Yeah, you know, I forget to, like, do important stuff, but I do know the max weight of nearly every species in Hunter Call of the Wild if you want that information. Would a primitive weapons pack with blowguns and spears be cool? I got frogs with a blowgun in real life, and it's a blast. I think if they could do them right, it could be interesting. To me, the challenge with getting, like, let's say a blowgun right is there's the aiming factor, but there's also, like, a force factor, like how much air you're, you know, if you're trying to shoot something that's 10 yards away versus 15 yards away, you're going to have to use more air. So maybe it'd have to be, like, a power bar or something. You know what I mean? Like, something like that. My phone's gonna die, I don't have the energy to do anything about it. It happens that way sometimes. What's up, Born of the Mountains? There do be geese outside. Have you ever played Repo? I haven't yet. A couple people have asked me about it, though. I don't know if any of those would be YouTube appropriate, JTAC. Alright. We'll check our bouncer spot real quick. 12%. Ooh, there you go. That's a good sign. What's up, Rojo? I forget. What's your name? I know we talked about this. I told you I'd try to remember. I think it starts with an R. I know it does, actually. It's like, Reed. Okay. I would have got it wrong. I was going to go with Riley. Last time we sat here... Oh, that was a rooster, right? We sat here for like 12 years and 2 flew over. Maybe this time it's only the one? It appears it's only the one. Day's been good, man. I'm impressed. That was my first stream of yours the other day, so plenty close. I remembered that it was like a nickname your sister gave you, if there's that. Twig identification? What? What's Muntjack drink time? It's 15 to 1800. More, well, not useless. It's useful in Call of the Wild context, but as far as real life goes, useless information that my brain has retained. Oh, disturb veg. I gotcha. I thought you meant, like, you weren't good at identifying, like, an oak tree from a maple tree or something. That's kind of abnormal. Black grouse sitting over there. I was so hoping that was a leucistic male. One day it will be. Tips for streaming? The things I always say, like, one of the most important things when you're starting out streaming is learning to, like... Yeah, Willie's barking, so Shadow barks, I apologize. Learning to, like, talk about what you're doing and learning to be, like, keeping, like, a flow of... I don't want to call it conversation, but you want to be able to, like, be entertaining, let's say, even when chat's not moving. So you want to learn to explain what you're doing as you're going along. Even if, because like, I will say, like, chat can be a huge crutch when it comes to streaming. Like, if I don't know what to talk about, if I'm sitting here and there's dead air, like, let's find something somebody said and I'll respond to that. I don't know, Ryan, it's hiding. Like, I tried to turn it on, it's not there. But, let me try this. That works, meaning like the overlay part works, and it's through the same thing. Nope, it's still hiding. Anywho, so something you want to, like, I guess, practice is just explaining what you're doing as you're going along. So, you know, we're gonna go pick up our pheasants here. Well, 1.8 kilo. This guy is 1.35, and now we're gonna go to the next spot. You want to explain why you're going there, like what that setup's for, just whatever you can do to keep things moving. Because you may have someone new come into your stream, and if you're sitting there not talking for 2 minutes, they might not say hi the second they join the chat, and they might just think like, all right, well, this guy's not talking, so I'll just go find another stream. So that's I think a good starting out streaming tip. When my brother were playing Yukon earlier, he got trolled in his first potential diamond Grey Wolf, and he left my server right after. That ain't right. Wolf trolling like that. They do troll pretty bad though, like, and you can't tell. That's the thing that's always killer compared to a deer or something. There's no troll rack to be like, oh yeah, that one might not be big. You just gotta hope for the best. Overlay, actually no. I'm gonna fire up stream elements here and see why it's hiding, because I think it's gonna make my alerts not work. So I am logged in, that's fine. Should be this. What if I is that the same link? It probably is. Yeah. Hang on. There we go. I got it. I just made it refresh itself. I wish I had the talent to make that myself, but yeah, it was on Etsy. It was like a $20 or $25 pack, I think, so it was like all the alerts, the overlays. What else was in that? There's like a webcam overlay that obviously I don't use. Actually, I use that as my shadow cam overlay. There's like a sort of a wallpaper thing, which frankly I've never used before, but it came with all kinds of stuff. I don't know if this is the one that got away last time, and the other rooster maybe wasn't there. Could have been. Best grinding gun? Probably 300 AR, unless you're pheasant grinding, in which case that's not going to do you a lot of good. I don't know how we survived the first one. Well, this is a new experience, playing No Man's Sky while watching you hunt. Kind of fun, nice. Is No Man... So I always have a hard time remembering. Is No Man's Sky the one with, like, endlessly generated planets and stuff? Your overlays are great. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. What's a melanistic black grouse look like? There's a couple of variations. One looks more like a piebald or leucistic or something. It's got, like, sort of white flecks and stuff on the chest. But you know the red, call them eyebrows or whatever, that black grouse have? They're a lot darker. I wouldn't call them black. They're almost like a... It looks like all the saturation from like a red image has been reduced. But that's like a good indicator to look for. There, we got the two flocks again. There's rooster 1 and 2, but 2 is way off. He might have been dead, actually, by the time we took that second shot. Is he really going to fly into shotgun range? Just thinking about it. Who needs it? You want a pet turkey? My cousins had pet turkeys. It was interesting. Actually, my uncle raised turkeys when I was real little, like 3, 4. I vaguely remember it. After they died, or maybe they butchered them to eat. I don't know what his goal there was. He had peacocks for a couple years. One male and one female, I think, was all they... I don't know if he ever... Like, I don't know if they laid eggs. I don't know if he sold them. I have no idea. But they did have them, and it was neat to see. Swoop the stalls wheezing, my EC dried up. I respect it. I missed something, clearly. What's up, Ryan? Thank you for the super chat, man. Welcome on in. I think there's one more dead pheasant here somewhere. Thank you for being my favorite YouTuber. My pleasure. Glad to have that distinction. I appreciate all you do. Keep going strong. I will definitely do my best, man, and thank you again. Appreciate the support. I think we just got the alerts working like 2 minutes ago, so I'm glad we got them going for that. There's the blood. Don't know. Oh, that's a big one. Did we spot this one? I think it's a 2. I think. I think I can imagine what the question was then.
Fake fans.
What are you woofing for back here? You're like level 9. You should be able to find it. Love the semi-22 LR. It's so useful. Like, the AR is good too, but the Viron having 10 shots, sometimes you need that full, 10-shot mag to hit, something like that, a pheasant flying horizontal. It's tough. Why are they so rude here, man? Like, every other spot, they act normal. Well, good thing I didn't reload. Or chamber another round, for that matter. Alright. We made it work. What area of the world or other species would you like to see added to Call of the Wild? I think Greenland could be really cool. Species-wise, another area is the Pamir Mountains. That could be awesome. So as far as species go, Marco Polo sheep, Siberian ibex. Markhor's like a spiral-horned ibex, I believe. What was the other? There's no, Argali, I think. They're similar looking to like Marco Polo sheep, but not quite as big. Just really cool stuff in that area. I bet that was a good feeling, though, Tyler. So this was the 22 one. Where's the other one? I guess it was one of those where it fell out of the sky and I thought it was dead, but it probably got up and flew again. Can you do the 22 trick with the 22 Hornet? No, just the, so the 22 pistol, the 22 Virant, and the 22 AR. Those all work. The 22 Hornet does not. Mongolia with Saga Antelope. I looked those up one time because somebody mentioned them. I remember them being cool, but I can't place what they look like. Depending on what happens here. If I can get the track figured out, maybe while we're following it, I can look them up. Well, I went the wrong way, so that's one reason we didn't find it. Saga Antelope. Oh, yeah. That'd be a neat little species. Very, like, not something other games have. Very, like, different. Good time for Gadwall. I kind of, like, generally on Salzwiesen, I find morning is best. What's up, ZBG? I don't know. I don't have a particular thing in mind for this one. I guess we'll see what happens where it shows up, but I don't really feel any need to get it with a bow necessarily. We'll see. Do you think if they add Doll/Stone Sheep, could they go to Yukon? Stone Sheep would be a stretch. I think Doll Sheep, absolutely. That could be like a good backfill species for it, so hopefully. Yukon needs something. A lot of maps do really like. You look at some of the old maps, Yukon, Tay getting Tar was a big deal. Let me think here. Medved could do... There's a couple of different things. Because you could do Mountain Hare on Medved, but really they should be snowshoe there. They should be white as opposed to like the summer coat they have. Thinking of other things. You could do like Siberian Tiger on Medved. That'd be sick, actually. My friend killed a fabled emerald yesterday with a crossbow. Out of the air with a crossbow is a neat idea. I did consider that, actually. But I felt like people would say that it was a cop-out not using the compound. Which, to be fair, they'd have probably been right. Doo-doo-doo. Boink. Tall sheep comes with a new map in 2 months, and in 6 to 8 months gets backfilled with the Yukon. Mark my word. You won't catch me complaining. I've wanted Doll Sheep in this game forever. I love them in Classic. I like sheep species a lot. And it's a shame that Bighorn are what they are in this game. But I really like hunting that kind of stuff. I mean, I love Alpine Ibex in Classic too. I really enjoy, you know, things like Tara, just the mountains in general in Sooner Baton. That type of hunting is really some of my favorite stuff to do in these games. And if they made Doll Sheep a thing and made it like an actual mountain hunt, sign me up. I know people will complain, but don't give them a drink time. That'd be fine with me. Hey, Tippery, what's going on, man? Thank you for the super chat. How y'all doing today? Hope you're having an awesome evening. As same for you. Got me a diamond pheasant yesterday. There you go. Congrats, man. Thanks for jumping in and thanks for the support as always. Got W's in the chat. I like it. Schmoll pheasants out there. On that map, I actually got a melanistic and an albino bison. Nice. Primitive weapon pack with a rock. That's the, like, EW really gave up pack. Here's a rock, have fun. Give me a rock. You guys know what an atlatl is? I don't know if I'm saying it right. That, and, maybe just like a spear? We need bushbuck. We need like 12 more Africa maps. And just all the things. I don't know if bushbuck's an Africa thing. The way you spelled it, I'm guessing it's not. But I don't know what that is. That little spear throwing thingy? Yeah, it's a neat, like... a thing that if you look at it, you go, how the heck does that work? But then if you look at the physics behind it, you're taking the concept of a spear, and I guess almost you're not shooting it from a bow, but it's the same type of idea. By, like, the spear is put on... this is going to be a bad explanation. The spear is at the end of like a stick, kind of. And that stick is like an extension of your arm. And then you're getting more force behind it. So yeah, it's like a spear thrower type of idea. I wouldn't mind a game with that. I've never played any game. Does, like, Far Cry Primal have one? I would play it just for that. That's a fair point, Tyler. In your opinion, what is the worst and best map in Call of the Wild right now? I think best is Sooner Baton. Worst is harder. I just went to Mississippi last night and I had a good hunt, but man, it was a struggle for a while. I like New England. Every time I go, I have a good time. I'd probably say Mississippi's the worst. And that's not to say it's bad. It's just the least good. How about that? Been good so far, Squirrel. Fingers crossed we get another hour out of it. That's another one. I don't know if I ever bought it, Silent Hunter. I might have it on Steam just sitting there waiting to get installed, but I just need to, like... if I could just pause time for like a week and play that... not even that. Pause time for 2 days. I'd play through the entire thing. But it's just like, I really wish I could just have a weekend or something where I have nothing to do. Just go play that. But that never happens. Typically end of June, Mason, is when they release stuff. Do you have tips for Sooner Baton? I have struggled to find anything other than tigers, buffalo, and a few muntjac. I mean, drink times obviously are a big deal, so if you hunt some of the lakes on the west side of the map during nilgai drink time, that's 8 to 12, they're all over the place. There's a insanely high number of nilgai on that map. Blue sheep, same thing, they're 14 to 17. They're all over the west side and then like up the mountain lakes on the east side. For the mountain speed, oh, yak too, they're 8 to 12. Any mountain lake's probably loaded with yak. For snow leopard, tar, stuff like that, it's just kind of a, you know, you get a feel for it after a while. But at first, it's just run around and, you know, hope to catch tracks, hope to maybe see a warning call or whatever. But as you do it more, you start to get familiar with, like, okay, there's some tar over there. This is an area I sometimes find snow leopards. Let's check that. Yeah, Golden, I don't think it was like... I think it was like the entirety of my internet service providers things went down, but... Lost it for, I don't know, 5 minutes there. Who do you want the Steelers to draft? I have no idea. This isn't the year where I'm like, oh, please get this guy. I think if Shador falls to 21, I'd be cool with them drafting him. Beyond that, I think it's going to be a little bit more the same from the last couple of years, like sort of a build through the trenches pick, so probably defensive lineman. That D-tackle from Oregon would be cool. Forget his name. If somehow Ashton Genty fell to them, J-Tac's going to come through the screen and strangle me. If somehow Ashton Genty fell to 21, I wouldn't hate that pick either. I do like him, but also first round running back in 2025 NFL is an interesting choice. He would fit, you know, who the Steelers want to be, Nord, I think. It just feels like he has an attitude as a runner. He's not Jerome Bettis quite, but probably the same mindset as him. I don't think he'll be here anyway. He should be fine. Although, let me tell you something. If he gets past about 10, you're going to get a lot of messages. Is it time the Dolphins QB retire due to his history of concussion? I do, like, sort of legitimately worry about Tua. Because it's something with him in particular. I don't know if it's his neck muscles aren't as strong, but when he gets concussions, they're bad every time. Gets past the Cowboys, I'm gonna start sweating. You would think, because they had Zeke, and that was the only time in the last 20 years they've been pretty good, was Zeke's rookie year. And I can see Jerry Jones thinking, like, my Cowboys could be back to star me or something. And then they'll trade up to number 1 and draft him. He won't do that. Weird to say it, but I'd say Bears are easier than fallow. At least once you have it going. Like, you know, maybe you gotta do some management and stuff, but once you've got, you know, your, all your males in one spot, like those top left or the northwest legs, Bears are pretty simple. Without being morbid, Kyle, there's only one way Jerry will be out of that position, and it's not retiring. Steelers should draft for depth and development because they are honestly set to compete due to their recent signings. It's just the quarterback situation. Like, unless they have some, you know, guarantee from Rodgers that he is going to sign, you know, you could have a pretty dang good roster. I don't think Mason Rudolph's leading you to the promised land, unfortunately. Shadows up because Willie's barking, so just heads up. For games that are non-outdoor related? Currently, the only thing I'm playing that's not outdoor related, because even like Project Castaway, I think is, you know, basically lost on a tropical island type thing. I've been playing Pokemon games on my phone. What's Steam at? 86 last I saw? Still 86. How often do you stream Classic? Once a week. Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern over on Twitch. This week, that stream may or may not happen. We'll see. We're traveling at the end of the week. I got a lot of stuff to be in place before that. If the stream happens, it won't be a full 4-hour stream, I can tell you that. Wednesday's going to be a busy day, and then I got to drive a lot the next day, so I don't want to be tired. I don't know how many rabbits to get for the Easter challenge. As far as qualifying for the rewards, you only need to kill 1. But if you mean, like, how many are needed, it doesn't tell us, and I don't know why. Okay. I saw it. Oh, it's way over there. I knew I saw a rooster, but my brain couldn't process where it was. Another rooster. Oh yeah, we got that one. Ugh, let me out of here. That's what I mean, Tyler. I've had 1 concussion, and yeah, not fun. Hope they add swans to Salzwiesen or a different map, and they can act like foxes where you have to shoot both. Swans would be interesting. So when people hunt swans, is it like geese? Do they decoy them down and stuff? I've heard that that's a thing, but I've never seen it done. Doing much turkey out in the spring when our season comes in 2 weeks. I believe Pennsylvania might have literally the latest starting spring turkey season in the United States. Which sucks. But yeah, I wish I had gone out of state looking back at it. Like, I wish I just picked somewhere to go. But I didn't do it this year. Thanks, Salt. There's a warning call, which means there's probably a rooster sitting somewhere. That's a solo. We don't want to kill that one. What prompted the new scoring thing for grounded birds? Took a long break from Call the Wild, came back, and now grounded birds don't score. That, it's only certain species. That came about with pheasants, I believe. They were the first one to have that. And I think the idea was, you know, basically that you'd have to hunt them like you do in real life. Which is normally, you know, flush them up and then kill them out of the air. I think they just wanted to make it more realistic in that way. So, yeah, just to, maybe add some challenge and against some realism. They added that. How many great ones? I have 8. Turkey season started today for Arkansas. West Virginia started today, too. Ours comes in this Wednesday in Indiana. And all the states we just mentioned are, like, late starts as well. You always have an invite to come here with us. It was great meeting you at the ATA show. So which, were you one of the tethered guys? I'm thinking you must have been. One of these days I will go to Indiana for turkeys, but it's getting things to work out just right to make that happen. That was high up. Compared to usual for here. That is a hen. 1 again here. There's probably a bouncer zone somewhere that I don't know about. You can still shoot them on the ground. I haven't pheasant hunted in like 5 or 6 years now. Like legally? I think so. Almost killed the other one by accident. Shot in Eastern this morning. Nice. Good deal, man. Congrats. Yeah, make it more realistic. Fast travels to a flock of pheasants just to shoot them and teleport away again. Listen, like, at the time, like, when pheasants first came out, it was pretty darn realistic. Like, you'd, you know, find them in the brush, kick them up, shoot them. Once pheasant great ones became a thing, then obviously things went off the rails a little bit. I feel like we gotta move our... I was a little behind. We gotta move our spot just a little bit here. Because they're seemingly more and more going that way. The thing is, when both flocks fly over here, which didn't happen this time, it's really nice. The stream's back, Deadeye. We've been back for 2 hours. How does DW decide which species get a great one variant? Sometimes they go by community poll. Right before Red Deer came out, they did a community poll, and I think actually the idea was to build hype for Great One Red Deer. So Red Deer were on the list, even though they came out like a month later. So they obviously already had them in the works. It was like Red Deer, Moose, maybe fallow and some other stuff, and Moose won by a long shot. So it wasn't, you know, wasn't too long later, maybe the great one after next was, of course, Moose. So it's community-based. I'm sure it's based on, you know, certain things that they perceive will be cool or whatever, too. I'm sure, like, the designers and stuff have some kind of input. And, all that goes together to end up with what comes out. Okay, I don't know who's warning calling at us, but maybe it's better off we don't mess with that. Because it could be like a solo rooster and I wouldn't know. Ah, jeez. You'd think a lad who's killed like 7,000 pheasants doing this would have learned to reload by now. You should hunt at night on the most dangerous map without any night vision. Is Sooner Baton the most dangerous map? What do we think? Probably with tigers, right? But like, you've got wolves on Yukon, but you don't really need night vision for that. I don't know. You forget to reload every time? I seem to specifically forget to reload at the worst time. That's my main thing. To Revan Tui with a Capercaillie, that might get you the most attacks, to be honest. You go up there in the mountains at night, start to hear that. Turn around, he's slashing at you. And if he hits you 50 times in a row, you might die. You're on Super Baton with animal highlights off at night calling tigers? Didn't last long, I bet. That sounds kind of fun. No animal highlights could make that way tougher. Oh no, he's going the wrong way. Oh. A little rough. Kill counts. So we live for 3 hours. That should be about 180 kills. Is that right? Yeah, something like that. So 1,200? Rancho will get you with a cactus. Yeah, true. Can anything actually hurt you on Rancho? I mean, like animals running into you, sure, but that's it, right? Cactuses and random herds of mule deer. I'm really good at wasting shotgun shells. Fun fact, I've been killed almost as many times by a Capercaillie as tigers. Killed or injured. Because a Capercaillie killing you, I feel like you gotta let that happen. Oh yeah! Javelina are almost the same as the cactuses. They do about 1/10 of your health every time they hit you. The Atlatl, yeah, I think it's spelled A-T-L-A-T-L, though. That's the way I've seen it spelled, anyway. Would it not be too dark to post a video of? It probably wouldn't be the best viewing experience. That's a fair point. Challenge. Achieve the death message. Flinter was knocked out by snow leopard. So I guess the idea would be, like, fall or let a yak run into you or whatever till you're down like 1 health, and then somehow run into a snow leopard or whatever. It'd be kind of interesting. Feels like it'd have to be a stream challenge, and that might be a really boring stream, but I don't know how you make a video out of that either. In your opinion, what's the easiest great one? I think probably fallow deer. Red deer on Tearoa was pretty easy as well. A lot of times on Medved when I was away from console, once even on my ATV. A Capercaillie killed you on your ATV? I mean, maybe he was doing flybys. Just claw at your head. I'd get behind that, Kyle. I would, so they could do Florida, right? Throw some extra waterfowl species on there. They could give them gators and stuff again. Do Osceola turkeys, and we have the Turkey Grand Slam. And then I don't know what else. Pythons. I don't actually want pythons to hunt. Not that it wouldn't be realistic. There's just something about snake hunting that I don't really want to do. I'm sorry, you said fallow, and how long was your grind? 6,000 kills, but I also got 6,000 in like 3 weeks. Should do a completely realistic hunting video, no highlights, no spotting, no HUD, etc. I've done that before in Call of the Wild once or twice. It's an interesting experience. I was thinking about doing it in Classic again, actually. So I might try it. The biggest thing is, like, it's hard to, like, you turn tracks off, and then you shoot something, and it's really hard to track them. And I get that's part of the challenge and stuff. But that can get kind of aggravating, like, you know, if they stop bleeding and it's just footprint tracks, like, good luck finding those. You can bring a dog, but then there's no challenge. I don't know. What time do you hunt pheasants? I do the 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. zones, but there's 8 to 11. I think there's evening times, too. We don't need to have the great one snake argument again. Iguanas, there you go. Super rare albino diamond iguana. Holy. Need squirrels in the game. Yes. I think there's a reasonable way to make squirrels happen. I just hope one of these days they do it. Should I do YouTube? I'm just curious on what the best way to do something fun and make money all at the same time. I think if you're gonna do YouTube, making money from it shouldn't be your goal, because it takes a long time to get to a point where you're anywhere remotely close to making, you know, more than just like, like maybe I can get the next DLC for free or whatever. Like if the goal is to make money, I think you're gonna flame out and get like tired of it, or, you know, the passion will go away, I guess. But if you do it because you love it, if you do it because you enjoy it, and then it becomes something that makes money, then that's more like on the side of things that can work, I guess. So as far as that, I mean, mainly just having fun. Make videos that you enjoy making. Make videos that, like, the kind of content you like to watch. If that's Let's Play content, if that's Great One Grinding, whatever you like to watch, whatever you like to do. Focus on that, and that will, you know, viewers of that content will come, and if you're having fun with it, they'll, like, that will translate. They'll sense that. Nice shot, thank you. That was kind of lucky. Need another Africa map. We really do. And I've been saying for, how long? Africa came out 7 years ago. So, I've been saying for 5 or 6 years anyway, that we need another Africa map. And the thing I always pointed to for evidence of this was like, look at multiplayer servers. Rahunga always has among the most. The last year or so, that has dwindled significantly. There's way less Rahunga servers than there used to be. So I think people are getting tired of the old Africa. Like, we need another one. Now is the time, EW. Make it happen. I'm sure they care what I have to say. Maybe on some level. James, thank you for subscribing. Welcome on in. Imagine a great one elephant. That could be kind of cool, though. I don't think they would ever want to incentivize grinding elephants, but at the same time, it could be kind of sick. Hey, jeez, I gotta pay attention. It'd be really easy to, like, kill a 3. That's the exact zone I did it in. I killed a max weight one there, just not realizing that it was a 3. How many zones? 14. As long as they don't fly. What do you think the next great one will be? So I think it's going to be a non-DLC animal again. Nope, got that backwards. I think it's going to be a non-base game animal again. So a DLC map. Because foxes and pheasants both are on Hirschfelden, so they're sort of base game great ones. So I feel like mule deer or caribou or something. Like, we haven't had an antlered great one in a bit. Top 5 animal model updates that are needed. That'd be a fun video, actually. Because then you could be like, I mean, look at this. This jackal, look how ugly he is. This poor guy, he needs an upgrade. I want to do that, actually. Just insult animal models. If I really had to do with the top 5, jackal, bighorn, Euro hare. I'm going to leave some out that I'm just not thinking of right away. Rocky Mountain elk. And caribou. Jackal need the insult. They do kind of deserve it, to be honest. They're pretty ugly. Okay, this one flushing might cause the rest to flush. Or maybe she's not with these. Ooh, grizzly, yeah. Take, what do I take off the list? Take the rabbits off. They need it, but take the rabbits off. Give me grizzlies. Good call. Was that the 3? I'm guessing so. Nope. There he goes. I'm so tempted to just kill him right there. Fly this way. You know you want to. Euro hair? Oh, yeah. You're saying to take that off? Yeah, I agree. I thought at first you were saying Euro rabbits need to be redone. I was going to say they just did, but yeah, I'm stupid. That was graceful, buddy. Do that again. Thank goodness he's dumb. Thank goodness I'm dumb and I can't spot him. So what are we thinking? You wanna fly or? I don't think we hit that. Got him that time. So, diamond number 3. Hey, that's probably the biggest on the grind so far, almost at 21. Not a great shot, but 3 diamonds today. We're moving in the right direction as far as that goes. Longest fallow grind? I've only done 1 fallow grind. It was 6,139, so pretty long as fallow grinds go. I panic so bad in this spot because I get, like, I've had as many as 3 roosters here consistently. And I'm always trying to hurry up and kill the first one so I can get eyes on the second one. Then I miss that, and it becomes a whole thing. So one thing that I think says how good the pheasant models are, Reed, is everything that was old that got added to Salisbury Park, and also anytime a new species get a great one, they get like a model upgrade. Pheasant didn't get an upgrade for either of those reasons, which says to me like the devs are very happy with the models, and I think they look good. So for good reason. If they had squirrels, they should be like the Euro rabbits and have them come out at certain times, feed on acorns on the ground or something. Yeah, that could work. I think they could do, like what I've always said is like take this tree model right here, right? Map it out so every branch they can climb on and stuff. And then do that for that big one over there and maybe this kind. And then place 100 of those or something on the map. And maybe like the burrows, there aren't squirrels in every single one of those trees. Maybe in 30 of them, there actually will be squirrels. So you can barely tell where they are to begin with because it just looks like any regular tree. Maybe there's tracks and stuff. Maybe you can get like a squirrel zone. But it wouldn't just be like, oh hey, there's that one type of tree that stands out. There's squirrels in that one. Because I don't think that gives you the squirrel hunting experience. It needs to feel like they can just be in any old tree, even though that's not a realistic way for them to make it. Great One Croc could be cool. It's just, you know, they just lay there out in the open. So the grind for it might not be the most interesting. Squirrel trees would be like tree stand trees? In a way, yeah. A little bit different, but that's the idea. Imagine if they had a hog Great One. Give me 1 sec. How did I miss that? Now he's heading for the beach. Now he's coming back. And now he's dead. Okay, for all the different hog species in the game except for the warthog, meaning like they add Great One wild boar or whatever, but then feral pig, wild hog, and wild boar can all spawn that Great One. I think that'd be a neat idea. I want to see that type of thing implemented. Ooh, nice, Josh. Congrats, man. Great One willow ptarmigan. Hey, we have pheasants. It ain't that different. I think with just about anything maybe other than rabbits, I don't think they'll ever do a Great One rabbit. Beyond that, I think you gotta say in terms of like a species getting a Great One, never say never. They should do like IRL where you can see the nest in the tree. Maybe, yeah. But I still think like it would have to be set locations. The reason is, well, I guess they could randomly spawn a tree somewhere on the map, but I bet that causes issues. So if it's set locations, I don't think it should be that you can just like go to that spot and there's squirrels there every time. Like, at least my experience squirrel hunting is a fair bit of kind of like walking around the woods slowly. Maybe you wait to see one or hear one or whatever, and then you move over to that spot and, you know, wait till they come back out of the tree, or if they don't catch you, you know, getting over there, shoot them when you get close enough or whatever. There are a few spots, at least on my dad's property, that's like, there's always squirrels in this beech tree, right? But I think the way that Call of Duty would have to implement it, I don't think they should give you a real big giveaway there's squirrels around. Just because that, the first time you hunt them it'd be fun, but once you know where they are, it's like, it's dang near like great one ground. Just go to that spot over and over again. It's usually one more. Not this time. Okay. Really like that skin on the shoddy. What is it? I believe it's Lunar New Year Jade. I'll look for you, but I know it's the Jade thing. But I believe Lunar New Year. Anything cool? We're up to 3 diamonds so far. What you up to? You launching space stations and stuff? I gotta say something really dumb. I saw your space station thing into orbit you got on Kerbal Space Program, and it occurred to me, like, yeah, I guess that's how they got that up there, like the real life space station. I never considered they kind of had to launch that too. Anyway, I'm done. How long have you been doing YouTube for? It'll be 10 years in about 3 weeks. I know I got 3 of them. Come on. Figure it out, Radar. Am I dumb? Anyway, I got some fun stuff planned for 10 years. When I get back from Georgia, gonna be getting right to that straight away. And yeah, should be a lot of fun stuff. Pretty much the entire month of May. Once a week, we're gonna have some 10-year related stuff. Did I claim all 3? I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I missed. Old? You're not wrong. Okay, you're gonna be disappointed in this, Mr. Yeast. I don't know what the second thing is. No. I mean, I might recognize it if I heard it, but
I'll play it for the trip for 3 hours straight.
Yeah, you please play that the entire drive.
3 hours.
I'll pick an oak tree. Anyway, what's your favorite black bear greyland fur type?
What about Shadow?
I'll buck over in. So, I really like the Spirit. I think that's like a realistic great one. But I think the Glaciers are really cool, both of them. I kind of prefer the Glacier variant that I didn't get, but I'm happy with my Glacier too. That's the song, Anthony? Is that? I might know it. Also, fun fact, the International Space Station is going to be deorbited in 2031. What are they going to do with it? I guess at some point, they'd have to repair or replace it, right? So... I've seen a lot of people seem to think Great One grinding has an overall net negative impact on the game. Do you agree? 2-3 years ago, yeah, I would have. Now I actually think it's a net positive. I was afraid that Great One grinding would make it so, you know, diamonds were looked at as not, you know, nothing special, just, you know, a bit of a checkpoint along the way to getting Great Ones. But I don't think that's the case. I think, yeah, for species that have Great Ones, diamonds are probably devalued. Like, frankly, nobody cares about diamond fallow that much anymore unless it's a really big one. Diamond pheasant, same thing. I mean, I've killed 3 diamond pheasants today. I haven't mounted one. But there's so many other species in the game. You know, if a few, you know, species diamond get devalued, but, you know, those species, the Great One in the hunting forum gets elevated, I think it keeps people playing the game, which is good. How do you feel about the community challenges? I think they're still kind of feeling their way to how to best do them. And I do think they could be done better, but I like them. I think it's a cool idea. I'm guessing there's no pheasants in this. Oh, there are. Normally you can see their tracks. How did that miss? It's balanced really well as far as it could be? Yeah, I agree. yeah, you got it. That's what it meant, Reed. I mean, maybe on some level, but you know, I still kill like a small rack diamond whitetail multiplayer, and I'll mount that. But at some point, once you've shot, I don't know what I have, 50, 60 diamond pheasants from grinding, like a low scoring one's kind of like, another one. But that is what it is. Just got the final diamond for my Grand Slam multi-mount. Nice, man. Congrats. I just don't like how they made the seasonal weapon skins part of the challenge. Well, they're new, right? Or do you mean you wish we got Easter skins regardless? What? That was weird. Regardless of the challenge. I like this one. I think it'll look good. Why do you think they haven't done food plots you can make and customize? I think it's because we have feed zones and it wouldn't change a lot about the game other than maybe like the location the animals show up. It could be cool though, like you can do food plots in the season. That game I've played quite a bit of, and I like that. Like I really enjoy being able to be like, this is the spot. Like if I get a food plot here, there's bedding all around, like there's already good food sources. This will bring the deer in. I wouldn't mind if they did something like that in Call of the Wild, but I also like that, you know, we have to go out and find them. We can't bring them to us. How about that? Is the scope and crosshair DLC worth it? The Odin scope is really darn good, but it's not, like, game-changing, per se. I do use it a lot. But, you know, that's up to you. If you're happy with the reticles and stuff that you already have, you're not gonna buy the scopes and crosshairs DLC and be like, oh, this is... I was missing out. It's nice. I really like being able to have, like, the duplex reticle, you know, on a good scope. Like, I use the duplex reticle on the Odin scope for literally everything, other than the 22. But, you know, if that didn't exist, I'd be fine with the Hyperion and the Argus still. What's with the take two? The first time, we managed to stream for about an hour, and then the internet just died for like 10 minutes. So, we had to fire the stream back up. Ooh, 12-kilometer track, made diamond by 0.3. That's pretty good size then, right? 9.6 that would be? 9.59? I think I should have my head examined, that I believe I know Raccoon Dog the second decimal for the diamond. Just liked logging in and getting holiday skins, but agreed they're feeling out. Yeah, I hope they don't make every future skin thing challenge related. Like, I hope there's still log in, play the game, and get free ones. And at the same time, some cool challenge ones too. I'd like a real, like, significant challenge. I almost want solo ones. Like, if I could get a weekly done for 52 weeks, if I get a weekly done every day, every week of the year. I'm not even around all year to make that happen, to be clear. But something like that. And if I could get like a diamond medal, like, you best believe I'm bringing my laptop wherever I go and trying to get them challenges done. That would be really fun. In addition to the community ones, I don't want the community ones to go away. But a bit more incentive to do the regular challenges would be cool too. Do you know if a 2456 Euro Rabbit is big and classic? Yeah, it's a pretty darn big one. $24.99 is their max. What happened last stream? If you mean the first hour, we killed one diamond pheasant. If you mean last Friday's stream, I streamed pheasant grinding with Mel. I don't think I killed a single diamond, actually. Or maybe I got one right at the end? I did. I got one. What would be enough for you in Call of the Wild? What you mean? Ooh, was able to draw a bighorn ram tag IRL in Colorado. They give out 1 per year. I'm super pumped. Well, good luck to you, man. Hopefully that hunt goes well. Take it in for sure, because that's a once-in-a-lifetime tag, no doubt. I think a weekly solo challenge would bring a lot of attention to different maps and species, and be a super net positive. Yeah, something, you know, I like that the challenges are there, but, you know, I don't need the 6,000 cash I get from doing this, so I just kind of, I don't really mess with it. I thought I was going to mess with them more than I do. And maybe, you know, maybe something I could do is look at it and go like, alright, that, I don't have a good idea for a video today. There's a challenge to kill 10 ducks. Yeah, what the heck, let's go to Salisbury today. Something like that can maybe inspire some future videos. But it doesn't quite have the impact I was hoping it would. The community ones do, because there's rewards involved. Well, better rewards. And I think the same could be said for the solos. Once in a lifetime, I'm only 17. Hey, better than get it when you're 97 and you're going like, yeah, you know, I can't get up the hill anymore to go and chase them buggers, so hopefully they come down here. And maybe you'll come into the corn pile. You bait. I mean, not legally, obviously, but like, would a bighorn come into a corn pile? I guess. They should do it like Classic and have a daily one of bigger prizes. That's kind of how I think they should do it, to be honest. What's up, Rocky Mountain? Do you get to see the something meteor shower? I don't know. Maybe I haven't looked into it. King, thank you for subscribing. Welcome on in. For mountain lion, I usually just go pss, 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 pss. I tried that for snow leopards. It wasn't really effective. Oh, just accidentally killed a diamond wolf with the wrong ammo? That sucks. I hate it when that happens. And then, like, you know, there's so many attacking you at once. You think you spot them all and you don't? It happens. What's up, Doofus? Another, like, half hour, probably. Another 30 minutes, or 32 minutes, would put us to the full 4 hours today since we had a little internet hiccup in the middle of that. Outside of the 2 maps that came with the base game, what map have you spent the most time on? I wish that was something the game tracked, by the way. I wish I could tell you, like, oh, the game says I have 2,000 hours on this map. I think it's probably Virunga. Back in the day, that was just... that was where I would go. If I wanted to, you know, I didn't have a good idea for a video, like, yeah, I'll go to Virunga, try to find something cool. If I wasn't recording, especially when I lived in my apartment, I had nothing to do. It'd be like, you know, 8 p.m. or whatever. I'm done with that day's video. I've already streamed. What am I going to do tonight? I'll just go to Virunga multiplayer and see what happens. You say you're traveling to Georgia? Yep. Going to see family. No, you're not a rooster either. Alright. What map should I play? How about... Quattro Colinas. There'll be a Diamond Ibex or something waiting on you. It'd be cool if they added European Bison to another map. You know, they added that random European Bison multi-mount. And everybody was like, oh, we're getting Euro Bison Great Ones then. And then, like, they didn't get a redo or nothing. It was just... here you go. Here's a multi-mount for 2 bison. I don't hate it. Like, it's kind of a cool mount, but... I don't know. It was kind of weird. Usually they redo stuff or whatever, something big's coming. Is this the bring Kyla's car back trip? Yep. So, the farthest I've ever driven solo is 10 hours. So it'll extend that a little bit. It's about a 12-hour drive. But what'll be interesting is I'll have Shadow in the truck, and then Kyla's going to be driving her car back. So, you know, coordinating stops for gas or whatever, because leaving Shadow in the car while you run the gas station to buy a drink or something by herself, Like, somebody's gonna break the windows open because they think she's dying. I'm not kidding. Like, she screams and stuff. She just, and it's, if I can do it at the gas, like if I went and got gas today, I can do it today. And she'll probably cry a little bit and stuff. But when it's a long drive and stuff, and she's been in that truck for a couple hours, and I mean, she doesn't hate traveling by any stretch, but gets like 4 or 5 hours, she starts being impatient, like, all right, come on, what are we doing? When I stop, even if I just leave her in the truck, like, Kylo goes into the gas station, I shut the truck door to pump gas, she starts like clawing at the window, like screaming, it's crazy. She's a maniac. So yeah, we'll probably have to try to stop at the same gas stations. Oh, that was a diamond. That's 4 today? 5 today? 4, I think. Barely a diamond, but quick claim a diamond, okay. What's up, Afton? We're just killing diamonds by accident, you know. The usual. Got absolutely skunked this turkey season, only seen a couple hens and a tom. That's usually how mine go. We'll see what happens this year, because ours hasn't even started. There was another flock. I didn't see what was what. Oh, wait. Yeah, we actually got them all. We're talking about Shadow, not Kyler? Yeah. Dustin. No, Kyla only does that if I go to sleep without rubbing her back.
No.
What's that?
I said
I will. The 10 gauge spread in this game is weird. I just stopped using the 10 gauge for birds. I don't like it. I did fine with rabbits for that Easter video, though. Of course, they're a little easier to hit, but still. He's getting away. Oh boy. Never mind. BRB sounds good. Seen lots of turkeys that are on, like, farms or something, though. Meaning they're on private land, or do you mean like farm turkeys? 10 gauge sucks at like everything? I don't get it though. Like, what is it about the 16 gauge that's so good? Did they do something different with how it patterns or something because it came out specifically for pheasants? And have they not added that to any other shotguns? Like, people used to ask me all the time, like, why do you use the 16 gauge? Why don't you use the 12? Why not use the 10 or whatever? And I always said, like, I like the open sights better. And I thought part of it was I was just more accurate with it. I do like the open sights better. This is the type of open sights I like on shotguns in real life. But it ain't just that. Like, it just... I don't think there's any doubt. It just kills things faster with the same hits. Why? I don't know. Reed, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. Favorite rifle on the beach, rifle, shotty, bow, handgun. Okay, so handgun's gonna be the 45 Rolston, like the cavalry one. I really like that thing. I don't use it enough. Like, it's hard to work it into a loadout. Anytime I bring it on a hunt, though, it's a lot of fun. Rifle, 44 lever action. Just, even though it was a handgun caliber first, the thing is so good. Shotgun's gonna have to be the 16 gauge. Like, I like the 20 gauge semi-automatic. It's pretty fun to hunt with, but I've used this 16 for so long, and I never am just like, God, I wish they'd give me another shotgun. Like, this thing just does really good. And then bow, the Flinter bow and the Hunter Classic. No. Probably the Hawk Edge, to be honest. Just the OG best bow. Really? You laying back there? And then fly away? That went somewhat bad. What are you having for dinner? Easter leftovers. When we go to my parents', it's pretty much a guarantee we're going to be loaded up with all kinds of leftovers. I don't even know what we have. I mean, there's definitely ham. I think my sister has the mashed potatoes. My dad makes this, he calls it dandelion salad, but there's no dandelion in it. It's, well, it's like, let's just say regular salad greens. There's hard-boiled eggs, bacon, something else. It's not healthy, but it is salad. There's some of that, bunch of stuff. I don't even know. Whatever is left over from Easter, that'll be dinner. And leftover, pigs in a blanket from lunch. If I had taken a break during today's stream and went downstairs to refill my drink, which I didn't need to do, I would have grabbed them. I agree on all but rifle and going Quest Reaper. I do like that thing a lot. The bullet drop, though, scares me out of, like, you know, at least long shots trying to kill diamonds and stuff. I don't think they can expand on bows in this game. The game is just so not built for bow hunting. It really is like a run and gun, you know, shoot stuff at long range and keep moving type of game. Nothing wrong with that. But bow's existence, to me, is like there for challenges and stuff. How hard is the Pheasant Crate 1 grind? It's not bad, really. As grinds go, like, it's pretty simplistic, actually. It just, you know, there's no big antlers or anything to be like, ooh, there's a good one, like, you know, that one says 3, that's a good sign. That's about it. Boiled eggs, I'm in. Boiled eggs. They're good, though, like, I mean, the salad is good. Boiled eggs are also good, but he makes it every so often. Like I said, it's not healthy, but it's a nice side, especially for, like, a big meal. Tore up some ham earlier. If it's, like, not well done, meaning, like, you know, temperature. If it's a, like, really well-cooked ham, that's hard to beat. Like, I don't know if there's a main dish that I like more than, like, an Easter or Christmas ham. Ryan, thank you for the super chat again, man. Appreciate the support. Deviled eggs on top. I thought my sister was going to bring deviled eggs this year, but she did not. Did you think she was going to bring them?
Yes.
Did she say she was?
No.
We're going to throw hands.
She likes them too. I was making the rolls. I was thinking she was making them.
What's harder, Great One tar or pheasant? I think the grind itself, tar is more difficult. Although tar on Tay, I hear, is not bad. Exactly, Coop. That's the kind of thing I'm saying. Like, that's like trying to get a diamond, snow leopard, or whatever. It's only when you spot it and see the level come up that's like, oh yes, there isn't those moments of like, let's say you're moose hunting. You see like a really big 4 out there, like, is that the one? No, it's just a big 4. Like, that little adrenaline thing, that little heart skips a beat thing, I think that's some of the fun. Someone has 8 Great One tar and 3,000 kill. They must have that sucker managed well. Hanson 30-06 is my favorite. I'm a 30-06 sucker. Hey, it's a good caliber, I don't blame you. Tristan, thank you for the 10 months. Welcome back, man. Appreciate that. That is getting awfully close to the Big 12, you know. Every now and then we get out of the tripod and the second one shows up. They should add a side-by-side or make the ATVs faster. They're just too slow. A multiplayer vehicle in general would be kind of cool, though. I don't know what really usage it would have, but I don't know. It'd be fun to mess with. We're so back. Gonna be even back at 12 months. Behind compared to my membership on your Twitch. I have a hard time keeping it. You're at least in the 20s on Twitch, maybe more than that, right? You hate ham. A lot of people don't like ham, and I guess it's just because I really like it. I'm just like, how can you not like ham? But there's things I don't like that everybody else likes. So it should be pretty easy for me to understand. What the heck are they doing over there this time? None have bounced in a long time, so that's good. Yeah, speaking of bounces, I guess we'll check this spot too. Like close to 30? I was thinking, yeah, like 26, 28, somewhere in there. Maybe 29. Bunch of hens. Again, not complaining because these are supposed to be like only when they disappear from our regular spots. This is true, K-Flow. Anything cool? I think we're up to 4 diamonds. 1 by accident. So it's all of a sudden taken our diamond rate, which we had 2 or 3. I think 3 in about 1,000 kills. So now we're up to, I don't know, maybe close to 1,300 kills. But we're at, I think, 7 diamonds. So now we're way closer to like 1 in... Well, not quite 1 in 100. Maybe 1 in 150 compared to like the 1 in 300 that we were. 30 on the dot. Oh, imagine that. Hey, slow it down out there. Thank you. Is albino whitetail rare? Because I'm a 1,700 kills in my whitetail grind. Not one single albino. They're pretty darn rare. My grind went a little less than 1,700. It was like 1,650. I maybe had... Now, one was the diamond, but I had maybe only 2 albinos? I think 2. And like 5 piebalds. Something like that. I mainly do private multiplayer servers with friends and my brother. A side-by-side would be great. For that type of thing, like it's not a multiplayer experience I have very much. But for that type of thing, like go out and play with friends or whatever, that would be... I just think it'd be a lot of fun to mess with. I mean, any game like that, you know. When Vector and I used to stream GTA over on his channel, we would jump in the same car. When we would stream Red Dead on his channel and my channel. For no good reason, you'd jump on the back of my horse. Why? I don't know, you can. It's fun. One time we did that, and I immediately, we were saying something about being dumb, and then immediately, like, ran into a rock wall. And it comes with excellent, funny moments. Got my great one, many dimes and pies, several mellas, not one albino whitetail. Yeah, sometimes, that's like my fallow, I never had a mella in 6,000 kills. Just seems like, no matter what you do, the luck's not gonna line up. What are your perks? Give me 1 second. I'll probably roll through them kind of quick, but if you want to screenshot them or, you know, go back in the stream and find them. So we got rifles, handguns, shotguns, and the only reason I do the archery thing, this move and shoot is really nice, like if you're aiming down sight and trying to move to the side, there's like no wobble. Alright. GTA multiplayer memories, like 50% of my core memories. I got on the like GTA online train way late. Actually, I remember... Hang on. There we go. So, my best friend growing up, they got GTA, or GTA 5, I should say. Probably right when it came out. And at some point, we were over there visiting. They're playing it because, of course, you know, great game, especially for the time. So we, you know, me and my brother played it. And, like, this is the greatest game ever. We were up in that area, the far north, wherever that's at, like where Trevor's from. And there was a dog that attacked us, and it's like, the dogs, like, have interactive behaviors and all that? And of course, we weren't allowed to get it, because, like, my parents were like, absolutely not. Especially because I got GTA 4, and they saw that, like, nope. So anyway, at some point when I had my own computer and stuff, I bought it. But the game had been out for, like, I don't know, maybe 5 years by the time I got on and played online. Still had a blast, though. I never really got, like, as far into it as, like, for instance, when I would play with Vector, he had all the stuff, and I'm just, like, you know, a little pleb. Alright, now listen, I know I got 2 this time. You ain't gonna trick me, Radar. You can move the animals on Farming Sim? Oh, trying to clean up pig trough in Farming Sim, and then picking up a pig with a tractor? Yeah, I didn't think you could either. I thought you just phased through. Maybe that's new as of Farming Sim 25. The perk for zeroing? Oh, he's dead right there. So it's rifles. You got this one here. You need to, like, even if you have the perk points in it, you need to, like, right-click it and then hit activate. Any green one that you try to use, Like, I don't have any of the other ones. Alright, hang on. What do I have? 3 more? Okay, so you have to, on PlayStation or Xbox, you would just like select it, press A or whatever. Activate. Now it'll work. Where's my bird? Okay. I hear you. It's like Shadow, I tell you. Just started levitating as I lifted my bucket in Farming Sim 70. Okay, that's interesting. Farming Sim 17 is the one I played the most of. And I had all kinds of hilarious stuff happen in that game. I don't think I ever managed to move an animal with any piece of equipment. Be really bad. You know how you can like destroy crops like in some of the newer games if you run through the fields? It'd be really bad if you could kill your livestock if you run them over. Best dog in Call of the Wild? I don't know. Probably the Retriever. At least in terms of like the most useful. Like the Bloodhound is really nice. But I don't know, for me at least, 1 out of 500 animals I shoot, I actually need help tracking, so it's not a super common thing. If you do a lot of bird hunting, your Retriever will be quite useful for you. Later, Jack. Appreciate that. Trying to figure out the corn dryer. I clearly never got this far into Farming Sim because I didn't know corn dryers existed. Oh my. About let that one get away. Does the Retriever get rabbits? Anything class 1. So that includes turkeys, geese, like even big class 1s. Rabbits. All that stuff. Got GSP because I want a GSP in real life, but I rarely need them for anything. Yeah, like, I don't know. The pointers in Classic were just better implemented. Like, when I was doing the Easter community event in the Hunter Classic, we had to find rabbits. I would just, you know, set my dog off. The way they work, it just feels like, I don't know, they move faster, or maybe in Classic you just naturally move slower, so they're always ahead of you anyway. Contrast that with my Easter special video where I shot like 50 rabbits. Radar pointed out exactly 1. The rest of the time I always found the rabbits before he did. Now that one was nice, like it was useful that he did it, but, you know, I rarely find it as helpful. For me, anytime I used the pointing functions, it was generally more of a, you know, I'm gonna slow down and let him find it so I could train him kind of thing. I will say, that time on Quattro that I had him tracking that diamond red deer, that worked really good. That was legitimately useful. Most times it doesn't work out that way. He found a random diamond wildebeest for me on Virunga. Like, that was nice. But again, usually doesn't really work like that. I don't think we're getting that. As expected. Hope you get a great one. Thank you, Lane. I think after this we have one more run. I'm gonna see what happens with that. Hopefully we can somehow clutch something. Rare, great one. We had 4 diamonds, but, you know. The situations are so specific. Yes, exactly. It's not like kind of in Classic where every rabbit hunt, your pointer can be very useful to you. It's the rabbit hunt where they're in a bad spot, or, you know, it seems to me you gotta be really close to them until they catch the scent. In Classic, wow, my pointer was like getting onto the scent from pretty dang far away. What's up, Decaf? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Reed. They're just super slow. My pointer helped me find a snow leopard after I found the Star Veg. Those are the situations, and specifically with snowies, where like they can be such a pain to track. Those are those specific situations where they're really useful. So I think it's good to at least have one and train it up. So when those situations come up, you can maybe, you know, grab him from a tent or something when he's needed. Having him by your side all the time, that's fine. Like, It's not like I need another dog function, and you can give them two, like Bloodhound and Pointer. But yeah, they're not super useful. Speaking of decaf, I need more coffee. I feel that. I wish I had more coffee right now, but it's 7 p.m. Later, Coopin. Would it be better for a diamond wildebeest to be harder to get? Yeah. They're one of those ones that I really like them. I think they look really cool. But because they're such common diamonds, you know, maybe you get like a really big one or a rare one. Like, that's cool. Beyond that, another diamond wildebeest. It's not 7, it's 5. Oh, okay. My bad. I love that fur, the pseudo-mellow white. I still want an albino one. And I actually would really love to get a either mellow or white stripeless. Which I thought when they first revealed them was going to be leucistic. They just look like, or even like the regular white fur. Very similar to pseudo-mellow white, but the stripes are a little bit of a different color. All those look really awesome. I love the rare tigers. Still not something I ever want to grind for. I like just randomly finding them. But man, when you do, it is a moment. That went well. Got a great one fallow today. Nice, man. Congrats. What combo did you get? Southeastern Spanish Ibex, wildebeest, and Bantang are the three main ones. The other three Ibex are honorable mentions. As, like, what? Things that have too many diamonds? I think all of which I would agree with. It'd be sick if they added huge packs of snow geese, and they could introduce a new 16 gauge and have extended barrel options. Yeah, I don't know why my dad has it, because I don't think he's ever goose hunted in his life. But he has a goose gun, like a 12 gauge with a, I don't know, 30-some inch barrel, probably? Or maybe like a 28 inch, it's probably 28 inch barrel, right? Actually, now that I think of it. But, it's huge. Call the Wild has nothing like that. That'd be neat. What's up, Steven? Happy Ladies to you too. Oh boy. I don't know if I'm glitched running or if I just held my breath too long, but that wasn't helping. Huge. Spoon at Fabled Silver. Nice. It's the first time we let one get away in this zone all day. Is it good to make a multiplayer map on your own map? There are benefits to it. You know, everybody in the game is killing stuff, which is getting your respawns. There's also a chance you have a super rare or a diamond or like a dream rare on your map, and somebody finds that and kills it. That's just the way it goes. Also, I wouldn't make a multiplayer server and leave, meaning, you know, fire up a multiplayer server and go to bed or something, because who knows what might happen if a hacker joins. Like, I'd want to be there to sort of pay attention for that. But, yeah, you know, if you want to open a game, talk to other players, maybe have people run around and kill stuff that could help your map. They'll find zones too, which can be useful. It's a bit of a give and a take. Will it work private the same way public? What do you mean? Favorite thing about Sooner Baton is the panic and anxiety of trying to spot a tiger when your dog alerts threaten nearby. I always love when I'm just in a bad spot where like there's grass and stuff everywhere. And it's like, yep, I'm gonna die. This is it. And a lot of times, I manage to spot them in time, but every now and then when I don't and they get you, it's the sound they make when they attack and stuff, it's just, it doesn't get old. The sound always makes you jump. Oh, you're saying like the, huh. I agree. Will the herds and stuff be better the same way public multiplayer does, but for a private server? I wouldn't say they're necessarily better in either, but like, you know, let's say you have 4 friends come and join your map, and everybody kills... How about this? When you play Call of the Wild normally, maybe you kill, if you're not grinding, 20 animals an hour? Is that a reasonable estimate? If you and 4 friends play your map, and each of you kill 20 animals an hour, well, now you're getting 100 animals an hour. And that's way more respawns on your map. And again, as they find zones when they hunt along and stuff, that, you know, is good for your map too. But it's not necessarily making it better herds or anything. It's just that, you know, more animals killed equals more animals that respawn, which might respawn in something good. Somebody told me about him, Reed. I forget who it is, though. Just curious, will be any more White Hunter videos / streams? That update they have coming with like more Whitetail racks or whatever, that might bring some stuff along, but I don't know when that's going to come out. There's a decent chance I'll be out of town when it does, so it may be a little longer. Math ain't mathin'. I said you and 4 friends. That's 5. I might be a college dropout, and I might be dumb, but I'm pretty sure I had that one right. Math? Uh-oh. Oh, good. Sometimes they come over here. I don't think this is one of those times. Okay, see you later, guys. We'll go down here then. Later, A. Martin. On the topic of multiplayer, what does session score do other than alert of diamonds? I guess the idea is like to have, you know, competitions with your friends so you can have the most session score. There's not, you know, it doesn't mean anything other than your little score thing there. I don't actually really know why they added it, but yeah, at least you can have an idea of what people are getting. It used to work. Did they all add up? I think there was still a score, but it used to just be, you know, the old scoring system. If you killed a max score diamond that was 1,000, you get plus 1,000. But if you killed that same species diamond that was a 950, then you would just get plus 950 to your score. And I think that was kind of better, because you could really just at a glance be like, oh, that guy got a diamond. Versus, you know, if you, right now, you can kill a diamond croc, let's say, but make a liver shot. If it drops all the quick kill, it's going to be 750 session score instead. So it's confusing to like try to be like, oh, did that guy get another diamond croc? Was that just a random silver? Like, it's... The old way kind of made more sense. I guess you couldn't tell if it was a messed up diamond, but... Well, this run's a little wonky. Did I main menu? I might have forgot. No, my score is only 5 or 800. I must have. I'm kind of upset that I only just now realized. Figuring out whether or not I remember to main menu, I could just look at that. Maybe that's a good sign, but I don't know. I've generally stopped hoping like, oh, my spawns look different. Maybe there's a great one. Doesn't mean I won't say it out loud, though. What, Carson? Should you just say trophy score? Yeah. I think that's how it used to work, actually. I believe that was the exact thing it said. Or trophy rating? No, trophy score, that's what it was. The old, not that the new system makes a lot more sense, but the old system was a little confusing. But as far as how it worked in multiplayer, I think it made more sense. Your favorite creator dropped out of college too? I hear it's the mark of intelligence. Something like that. That's a solo, right? That 10 to 30. Maybe it's not. It almost can't be. That boinked the tent. Well, that sucks. I think that means we only got one this time here, which was where? I thought I dropped it. I did. Truly riveting gameplay? I tried. Dropped that after a year and a half. I had no more want to left for school. I think you made it a little further than I did. I was, the middle of my second semester, so I didn't quite go a year and a half. Nope, I lied. Middle of my third semester. I don't know why. Maybe I am a college dropout intelligence. That was kind of my thing too, though. I just didn't have any... Kind of realized I had no desire to continue doing it. And then, you know, I wish I never did in the first place, but such was life. Alright, so, major was computer science. We killed 4 diamonds today, but we taxed none of them, so nothing to go back to the trophy lodge for. And despite the internet struggles in the first quarter of the stream, I guess, we made it through. Killed a bunch more pheasants, and I feel a little better about where we're at now in terms of, like, actually getting this great one to happen from purely stream stuff. Like, I've done nothing with these pheasants other than the, whatever, 5 or 6 streams we've done now. Pre-med biology. I'm sure that was much more challenging. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for this one. So, what is tomorrow's video? I don't remember. Oh yeah, there's a classic Timber Gold video coming tomorrow. Looking for that. Pretty cool thing along with it. And potentially last stream for like 2 weeks. We shall see. Maybe Wednesday stream could happen for Classic. It depends on how things go, if I get everything done in time. But yeah, there'll be videos every day when we're gone. Keeping that going. And I'm excited to get back to shoot some pheasants. But with that, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the support today. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.